What's up, chat? We're just waiting for our guests to be ready, and then we'll get started. Sit back, relax. It's gonna be a fun little talk. We'll be here really soon. All right, everyone. While we wait, since we're waiting for one specific person, I figured that we just go ahead and we play a little bit of Wuthering Waves while we wait, because this person might take a little minute. So there we go. What's up, chat? My face isn't gonna show because of how I set this up for the podcast, but I guess I could just give you guys like a little progress report on how I'm progressing on Wuthering Waves. So as far as my union level goes, I'm union level 31. Hold on, let me turn this off. I'm union level 31. And my data bank level is 16. I'm almost 17. So I'm starting to get gold drops now. My characters, the characters that I am using are Jian Shin, Yang Yang, and the Rover. I also have Kalchara, waiting for Yinlin. I'm going to be building him alongside Yinlin. Free to play, mostly the only things that I've actually purchased are this and the battle pass. Pioneer Podcast. But other than that, I haven't purchased anything. Of course, I told you guys I was gonna purchase these two, so yeah. Level 23 on the battle pass. I probably could be a lot further in if I focused on some things, but you know, we just chilling. But yeah, I just been focusing on one clear team. Did I get the super premium battle pass? The super premium, yes, the one that boosted me a little bit. But yeah, these are the characters that I have in the game. I still haven't used the I still haven't used this. I haven't made a single pull since I got past the novice convent. So yeah, I'm not pulling for Gian. Yeah, it's been a pretty steady experience. I've been able to clear most of the stuff with very little issues. I have not done any of the holograms yet, because I think I want to do those on stream, so y'all could see the process of me raging until I figure this stuff out. So right now I've just been grinding and preparing for those streams. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Where's the cam? My camera isn't showing up right now because of how I'm going to be setting up the stream. This is what I mean. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna be like filled with all of us here on the screen, and you're gonna see each of our game screens as well as we're talking about it. So that's why it's not showing my webcam as I'm playing the game right now. Question. What does Yang Yang do for that arrow team? I haven't really built her. Okay, I can explain this. Because Yang Yang's purpose is very, very easy to understand. It comes with her ultra skill. Yang Yang recovers 4 resonant energy per second over 5 seconds for the next character. So, in theory, on paper, the way that I've built my team is I start off with this character, right? I start off with Jan Shin. I swap to Yang Yang or to Rover. And the purpose is then to go to Yang Yang. Sorry, go from Jan Shin to Yang Yang. And back to Jan Shin to Rover. To Jan Shin to Yang Yang. Jan Shin to Rover. Jan Shin to Yang Yang. That is how I've been playing my team. And the reason for this is because Jan Shin, her ability, the next character or other characters on nearby team that activates the ultra skill gains 38% resonance liberation damage deepen for 14 seconds or until they're switched off. Now for Rover generates an area of stasis surrounding the next character or other characters on a nearby team. So the area of stasis just slows down the area so that I'm able to execute abilities. This helps whenever I switch back to Jan Shin, because she can basically either pull in enemies with that. This pulls in enemies. So when I'm doing my when I switch from Rover, I can either do my ult or I can do her hold, which does damage to enemies in the area. So it's been a very I wouldn't say it's the most effective team, but this is something that I've wanted to play around with since the last test, but I could never get Jan Shin in any of the tests. So yeah, it's been pretty chill playing with this team. It's not the most optimal, but that's not what I was building my account off of. So I already knew exactly what I was going into this game to do. It's very simple, very easy to understand. Yeah, it's been very, very fun playing around with different teams and figuring things out. What I just found out is from the beta, Sanhua used to only buff glacial characters, but in the final release, she doesn't only buff glacial characters, she buffs anyone's basic attack. So I might be building her to replace either Yang Yang or Rover. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun playing around with stuff and just having that freedom to experiment with different characters in the game. I really was hoping that all the people who were making guides and stuff wouldn't be able to just tell us the best way to play. People are still discovering stuff about these kits. Oh, it looks like everybody joined, so we're gonna go ahead and swap over. And yeah. All right, I'm here. Everybody turn on your cams if you can.
What if I don't want to turn on my camera?
Hey, we discussed this. Don't make me come over. Don't make me end this, okay?
Listen, my camera overheated. I forgot to turn it off.
Yeah.
What am I allowed to say and not say before I turn on my camera, so I'm liable for nothing?
See, Discord. Don't
yourself,
bug
brother.
me now. Come on, just turn my camera on.
Be yourself.
Oh,
brother.
I think I'm having technical issues. My bad. Dang, that's.
You said I could be myself.
You can be yourself.
Oh no, don't say
So
that.
I can get nude.
Hey, don't do that, okay?
You said I could be myself, though. You know.
Yeah, you never nude when we in the server, bro.
You don't know that, actually.
Oh god, dang it. Okay, you're not allowed to be nude. That's it.
Dang. Okay. You know what? All right.
You can't have your thing out either.
Oh man, dang! I gotta go.
Put on some pants, bro. Hold on.
I can't stand up. Dang it,
Bro, you ain't put no pants on yet.
Go on camera real quick. Let me see.
Oh god.
Am I not loaded in?
Yo, Rihu looking snazzy, bro. You get a haircut?
Yeah.
For the first time in his life.
Look at you, man. Look at you.
Hold on, guys. You can't see it. I'm making sure these guys pass the check. Just give me a second.
Rihu looking snazzy.
We got
your girl, bro.
I'm not loaded in. Hold up.
Okay,
Thank you, Afro, for the 36 months. I appreciate you, brother.
Dang, 36 months. Holy.
That's 3 babies right there.
Facts. Yo, what's up, Afro? Don't mind me.
Hello?
I will be.
Hey, you still not loaded up.
Not loaded in, brother.
Yeah, OBS is cooking me right now. OBS, but freaking Discord is cooking me right now.
You got
Why?
anything else open?
Yeah, you have your camera. You have OBS open in the background or something?
No, let me see. Let me change some settings. So I always like changing stuff.
Look at EO, looking all professional and stuff for the first time in his life.
Told you, bro. I'm be wearing clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of us will be grinding Wuthering waves while we are talking.
You can share your screens
said
too,
Discord,
so it can like show on here if you want. That's if you want to. Like if you want.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
You'll see if you share your screen.
You have it like a special setup or something?
You'll see if you share the screen.
Okay, hold up. Hold up. I'll attempt it for my sake. Hold up. I want to see what you got going on.
See that guy, the other black guy in here. Okay, look at how professional he looks at this time. This is not normal for him. Okay, so please
that's crazy.
Make him feel as comfortable as he possibly can. He needs that in order for this to become a reoccurring thing. Okay.
This might be racially motivated. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wild.
Just a little bit, you know, just a tad.
Oh, my hair is messing up.
We got if the other camera will work right here, then we'll have 2 black people alongside myself, and then we'll have the Mexican.
Bro, it just
This man's so struggling, bro. Holy moly. Oh, black screen. Oh,
His
Ten.
camera is cooked.
Yeah, Cam Link just don't want to work with me. I got
Yo,
one more. I got
he's
one.
doing
I
this
got
on
one more
purpose.
solution. I got one more solution. I got one more.
He
No, no,
doing
no,
this
no,
on-
no, no, no. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I got one more solution.
Did you share your screen, Ryu?
Yeah, I'm sharing it right now.
Okay, hold on. Oh, it's not
I
showing
want
it.
to see what you. Huh? Do you have the thing where like don't show windows of something? I forgot.
You know
it's
what?
thinking.
I do.
I want to see what you got cooking. Yo, everyone, rate these 5 stars.
Oh God.
Start flexing. Start flexing.
Okay, so Rihu is our dedicated no lifer. All right.
Yer.
What am I supposed
Nothing
to
but
do?
golds.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fucking loser.
That's crazy. No, that's wild, actual.
we're just waiting for Soul and then we'll get started, guys. I guess we can just kind of have a. Are you not gonna share your screen, EO?
Give me a sec. As soon as I finish the battle.
He's playing one of his H games. Got it.
Wild. Actually wild. That's a chest.
He couldn't even help it. He had to smile at that one because he couldn't help it.
I wouldn't be in here if I was playing that.
Oh man. Unhinged. Ryu got the haircut in the chair. Yeah. He, you know, that's why he couldn't join us earlier. We couldn't do this a much earlier stream because, you know, he had to make sure he looked at least a little bit pretty for the stream.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So- at least a tad, right? With his Rico Suave haircut. I see you.
Wow. I just canceled that on accident. Crazy.
Oh man. Okay.
These guys are just not dropping for me today. Holy crap.
So Rihu, while we're waiting, go ahead and show
Yeah.
your union level really quickly.
Oh, you're
So you are union level 33. Your data bank, please.
data bank maxed.
So
There
Full
we go.
Pokédex.
show us your
I want to work with him.
Is it
All
working?
right, now I gotta turn that.
Yeah, it's working now,
One
friend.
second, I can't hear y'all.
Oh god, he had to mess with the
Oh,
whole setup
Lord,
to fix
dang.
one thing.
Okay.
Can you hear
Yeah,
us?
bro. Yeah, I can hear y'all now.
Okay.
Okay,
Are you gonna be playing the game at
Oh,
the same
my.
time, Soul? Or are you just gonna be chilling? You don't have
You
to.
know what? I might as well boot up.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to. All right. So now we can do this properly. We got everybody in here. All right. So
There we go.
all right. So let me go ahead and show your screen as well.
Whoa.
Oh wait, they can stack on top of each other like that? What
Yep.
the world? That's cool as heck.
But look at your screen, broken.
Why though? Why did mine mess up?
They don't like you, bro. That's all.
Yeah, facts. So let me. Oh, my Wi-Fi was pooping itself. Hold up. Let me try one more time. Actually, let me lower the quality a slight bit so that it doesn't go stupid mode. All right, there you go. I didn't know you could stack it on top of each other like that. Wait, is now my camera frozen?
And Souls
Nah,
went back to shit.
Is it? Huh?
Yeah.
Yours is buffering again.
It is?
Yes. Oh no, it's good
I'm
now.
about to say it's not buffering on my end.
I was about to say, yeah, and I was about to say my and Riku wasn't frozen.
Chaotic issues? Question mark.
Possibly.
Okay, maybe
Too many
Stream-
games.
all of us streaming. Yeah, maybe us streaming the games. Is
Damn, I
messing
wanted
it
to
up.
show all y'all. Okay, we'll do it
That
one by
might-
one. Let me get EO and
Self-awareness leads to
Boot
wisdom.
up, boot up, boot up.
Hey yo, it's nothing better than a scuff stream, bro.
it's nothing better, right?
Yo.
All right. Everything did load up when I did that. Okay. Alrighty, let's get this started before some other issues pop up. Rihu, move your hand so I can actually see that your shit's working. Okay, broken ass. And then Soul already knew. All right, so I guess I'll just have Rihu showing for now, and then we'll just swap between them. Nope, that
Self-awareness
fucked it up.
leads
We're
to
not doing any
wisdom.
games.
I'll just turn off the stream at that point. Hold up.
Yeah, just turn it off.
Yeah, we just gonna be talking. Just talk. Just...
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to make it all fancy and shit. All right, so let's turn the game off and let's go ahead and get started. All right, alrighty. Welcome to the Roundtable Podcast featuring the one, the only man with the horrible takes, Ioku.
They even in Wuthering Waves, you got that junk following you, bro.
He said
Four.
no.
It's just him. It's just him. It's just him.
They not gonna let you lay that down, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's
They not.
over.
And
They
then,
love my takes over here.
oh, really?
I
Okay.
don't know about all that, brother.
We'll figure that out one day. And then
Every tweet I've dropped has been agreed with.
anyway, then we have Rihu, our how should I say
Resident
this?
no life.
No, I was gonna say our token Mexican. All right.
That's wild.
So I'm gonna give you all a certain name, and then we have,
I think that's the first time I ever heard that.
and then Soul, the man with the lisp. All right.
What the fuck?
I say Soul don't have a lisp.
Yes, he does.
What?
Yes, he does.
It's very slight. It's very slight.
The
That's
fuck?
wild.
I was about to say, Eo, you've never heard that shit.
I've never recognized his lisp.
Okay. He has a lisp.
Now everybody on stream gonna focus on it to see if they can find it, bro. That's crazy.
What?
Nah, but these guys are awesome. They're awesome content creators. I'm going to have them. He ruined it. You know what? I was trying to be nice.
No.
I tried to do it. He ruined it. All right. So I have some questions for you guys. But first off, how you guys enjoying the experience ever since launch?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Banger
Man.
game. Banger game.
Banger game. I'm gonna start off with Soul actually, because Soul's the one that was started off with in the Zone Zero, and he was gonna focus on that game. And suddenly, one day, he decided he was gonna do both. So
No. So listen, you just never had the full story.
I didn't have the full
So,
story.
Yeah.
You're gonna go
So
with the whole thing?
originally, EO, the one, been begging me for years to get into gacha games, you know. And I all been telling him, nah, I'm not gonna do it, bro. That's just not my speed. And then Zenless and what's the name came around. He was like, look, just listen to me one more time. Just try it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try both of them. I just started uploading Zenless because I got into the beta. So I just have more leeway to make content for it. I was always going to cover Wuthering. It just depended on which one I was going to lean into more. Wuthering just originally wasn't super ecstatic for it because I'm not a big open world person. But so far the game is really fun. The main aspect for me is the combat. Outside of that, war exploration actually pretty cool with the whole Echo Pokemon type thing. I like a little bit of Pokemon here and there, so I think it's pretty cool that they implemented that. But mostly it's just been the combat. I've been slightly progressing through the story, but I've just literally just been sitting here figuring things out with different teams and characters and what they can do. I'm a fighting game player at heart, so I'm just always laughing.
All right, moving on to Rihu. Both Rihu and EO come from Star Rail. I believe EO started with Tower of Fantasy. Rihu, all I know is you were doing Star Rail. So let's start with Rihu.
Okie dokie.
What made you start covering Wuthering Waves, and how are you enjoying it?
Why'd I start covering Wuthering Waves? Honestly,
you were doing fine with Star Rail. What made you want to start covering Wuthering Waves?
Well, to be honest, I think I enjoy this game a little bit more than Star Rail, just because it has more of what I want from a game. Not saying that Star Rail is bad. I definitely love Star Rail for sure, but like when you have nice combat, like what's in Wuthering, and then there's the really grindy aspect to it that I really, really, really enjoy. That is 100% something that I'm more incentivized to spend my time on than to spend it all on Star Rail, where it's only a minute amount of stuff I can do each day. And when it comes to liking Wuthering, man, I love this game. I haven't felt this type of feeling for like liking a game since
Since
like my
Genshin.
since like my like Genshin, the first few days of Genshin, and it is a different type of thing because I feel like Genshin for me, it was more like the design and the how do I say, like the landscape type of like, oh, I love how this looks. This looks really cool. Everything's fresh, right? But for this one, I think it hits like the neuron sensor, like the meme where it's like a neurons activated.
That's what I
I
started
think
thinking when you said it.
for me, I think it hits that in the core fundamentals of the gameplay itself, rather than like all the flashy, cool looking stuff. Although there's a fat ton of flashy, cool stuff in here, like the grindy aspect that they have in this game and the combat where it's not so linear like in Genshin's. And my bad for if I'm gonna be
We're gonna do
saying that a
it's
lot,
perfectly fine. If people have a problem with that, they can fuck off.
but yeah, it's just short story or short story. I don't know how to say that word, but I just really enjoy this game a lot.
All right.
And that's really it.
And then for EO, I'm not gonna get into your Tower Fantasy phase. He started on Tower Fantasy. We all know where that went. But he is also doing Star
That's why I
Rail
hate him.
content. That's why I hate him. Oh my god.
That's
No, that's why he
why.
hates Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
started with TOF too.
I was
That
about
was
to say
atrocious.
we're really starting this.
That
I
was
was
nah,
about to say this is
all
gonna be
love for you.
unhinged. So tell us why you're coming from Star Realm and going to Wuthering Waves, and also, do you plan on covering both of them? And what do you think of Wuthering Waves?
So I it's not like I'm going from Starro to Wuthering and like dropping Starro, unless YouTube forces me to do that because the way the algorithm is currently working. But outside of that, Starro, because I like turn-based games, I like Pokemon, and I do like Hoyoverse games. But because my original intention wasn't even to make Starro, it was supposed to be that was Moon's thing. Like she was gonna do Starro, and I was gonna jump on Zenless. But because Zenless had no precedent to date, I was like, I might as well try Starro since we got into the beta during the Twitch drops for the stream. We got into the beta that way, so I was like, I'll try Starro, and then ended up really liking it. I'm like, oh, okay, I might actually make Starro like the content that I want to do, and a lot of the Titans, as we call them for Genshin, a lot of them were basically like, "Oh, I don't really like Star Rail. I'm just gonna keep playing Genshin."
We
I'm like,
all
"Oh, that's
thought it was
perfect
gonna be
then."
niche.
Yeah, so I'm like, perfect. That's open opportunity for me to only be one of the few creators playing Star Rail. So during the beta, it was just me, Moon, I think Grimro at the time, and Poke and Smack. But Poke and Smack hadn't started yet. Like they weren't really dropping content like that. So it was like 3 or 4 of us tops that were doing stuff during the beta. It wasn't until right before the game came out, everyone started dropping the game, and I'm like, "Bro, where the fuck did y'all come from?" So it is what it is. And now, Wuthering, fun fact, I did not like Wuthering during CBT2. It wasn't that I hated it. It was that, 1, I didn't wanna replay it. So I knew that if I cracked out, because I think you 2 cracked out on it. You guys got all the way up to, like, level 30 or something like that.
Bro, I
Got the
was
co-op,
burned.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't wanna burn myself out because if they're releasing the beta right now and then excuse me, a lot of what we got, I need to mute my game because I keep hearing
It's messing you
Verena in
up.
my ear. Yeah. Verena's just like, everything's soft and sound, something, something, something. And I'm like, girl, please, I am in
Over
the
here
middle of
finding,
talking.
I'm over
But
here finding the 120 bear.
but yeah, no. So during Wuthering, the CBT2, I wasn't really like a big fan of it. Felt like there were a lot of issues with the game overall. That if I played this right now, knowing that it was gonna get deleted, I wouldn't want to cover it whatsoever. So I knew the combat was fine, but I had my issues with that. I had my issues with the team building thing, things like that. And so a lot of the Wuthering community, like Life and everybody else, they reached out to me and they were like, "Yo, you got it all wrong. Like this is what combat really looks like." So they were showing me stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, that's super cool. How do you do that, and how long does it take?" And it wasn't until I got the game for myself during launch, or I mean, technically I got it a little before launch, but we're not gonna talk about that. Um, that's when I really started to like, oh shit, this game has actual combos. Because I know in Genshin, and you get this is like EO stuff real quick. So Genshin has rotations. Honkai Impact Third has combos and rotations. PGR has combos, but the Gacha community calls it rotations. games like Wuthering and PGR and technically Honkai Impact, but because of the way Honkai Impact works, I won't count it. But games like PGR and Wuthering do not have rotations. There is the rotations don't exist in this game. And I really would like if the community just dropped it all like if we just didn't call it rotation. And the only reason I'm saying that and like real passionate
You
about
mean
it is
drop
because
the
when you play
term? Drop the term.
drop the turn rotation. Yeah, like
Okay.
you can keep it in other games, but just not in Wuthering because we've all played it. If rotations existed, and let's just keep it a buck, and we'll compare it to Genshin, right? In Genshin, if I was doing something like with Hutao and Xing I might do something where I, start with Xing do his skill, get my ult, do my skill again, switch into Hutao, activate her skill, and then, DPS my way to victory, and then ult before it goes away, repeat the process, right? Swap back into Xing. In this game, you have the same concept where it's like it would be a rotation, but nothing is static to the point where you can always do that same thing. In Genshin, I will always get that. There's nothing about Genshin besides me having like bad gameplay or, I messed up to be forced to repeat that. In this game, and I've been experimenting a lot with different combos, different echoes. Like there's so much stuff going on in my head about the game right now.
Well, I'm gonna give
But
you a time because
oh yeah,
yeah,
100%.
I'm gonna give you a time.
So there's a lot going on. But in this game, you don't really have rotations because I can start with Gion and I have to build up my intro outro meter, right? If I want to switch out to maximize that. But then you get into, all right, what if I don't need to do that? What if I could manipulate the switch tech in the game, which you guys, some of y'all might refer to this as like the swap back, swap back. I hate that name, so I'm going to keep making fun of it. But it's called switch tech. That it originated from Naruto Storm.
Back.
Bro, I hate that. Was that I win to lose? Respect I win to lose, but I hate that they're calling it like swap canceling,
So,
the swap back,
swap back,
the
back,
swap
back, swap up.
whatever. Yeah, bro, it's just crazy. I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, a lot of it is basically just it's switch tech. So you have opportunities in the game where like I could play combos, I have to build my meter. I could switch tech, get more meter, go back into the other character, so on and so forth. Or I take opportunities, like it's just active. That's the easiest way to say it. It's active. You can't have a rotation in an active game because the game is actively fighting against you. The game will never allow you to, oh man, you want to do your 15-second perfect rotation? Oh, that's sweet. I'm gonna just stand here and let you do it. Like, no, you have to earn that.
Yeah, they actually do
So
fight back in this game, and
yeah,
and
and
they
so
don't
like,
play games either.
Yeah.
dude,
At
man, it
first, when you
hurts.
said that, I was not going to agree with you, but I guess like understanding your perspective of it, I'm like, okay, I can see what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I would
both
say
Genshin.
rotations exist when you knock out the enemy, like or when they're stunned, right? You break their toughness and they have like that small moment of vulnerability where they're like, I don't know what to do in their days. That's when it would be called a rotation because now you can do your 15-second or 20-second, whatever it is, perfect rotation, right? But to get to that point, you're it's not like instant, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
right.
Like you need to play the game.
It
And if
feels
you're not
like
active,
it.
go ahead.
No. You finish your point.
No. I want to hear what you're saying.
It feels like with this one, I don't think we've built our characters to the point where we can see if that's a thing yet.
Mhm.
I see your point with the enemies like being more aggressive, right? But I haven't seen a single person, even the people who are no lifing this game, build their characters to like perfection yet. I've seen it's possible. Ryu's the closest that I've seen.
No, there's some, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
She has Gion at
Her fucking thing
80%
is
crit
crack,
rate,
bro.
80% crit rate, 240% crit
Her
damage.
Gion's crack, dog.
Oh my
I
lord.
don't know how.
Has she
She's
only
been
been
grinding.
focused on one character?
She has not slept, bro. She's on stream all the time. She's grinding. And I'm like, how did you do this?
Wait,
And it's just
is she? So she has to be all golds and just like. Wait, how did she have the materials to do this?
so she's not grinding to the point where she's like level 80 or something like that. But if we were to compare everyone who's, like we'll say Onion level 30, right? That's Rihu,
Onion level
you,
30.
Zoxus is up there. I think Life is up there now. Like a lot of people are up there in
And
Onion level 30,
Holiest.
right? Holiest is up there. So if we were to compare everybody, I think she would have the strongest account, or at least the strongest Gion from what I
Strongest
can see.
Gion for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
No, I think she
You know,
has to have one of the best
like
right now.
81% crit rate, 257% crit damage, almost 2k attack. And in this game, attack percent isn't the same way that it would be in like, at least not right now, right? Because like level 50, level 60. So seeing 2000 attack is the equivalent of seeing a level 80 character in Starro with like 3,000 attack or 3,300 attack, 3,500 attack, something like that. So it's ridiculous. So regardless if it's a 5-star echoes or even 4-star echoes, like
She just figured
that's
it
still
out.
doing like that's still doing damage.
Oh, you got to send me that person's channel.
Mhm.
Because I mean, the way that and me and Rihu were talking about this, was it this morning, yesterday? We were
What?
talking
Yeah.
when we were talking about how we should be building our characters and how we should like rotate up until the next patch. Because pretty
Yeah.
much we've completed all the story, with the exception of maybe some side quests or something. We've completed all the story. We have stacks of stamina that we've just been saving, right? And
Mhm.
now we're at the point where we're just going around the world farming echoes. Like we're getting the data
Yes,
bank level up.
sir.
And Rihu managed to complete his. He got every single one of the echoes. He has all his golds. Like he's just grinding for the stats on the golds that he needs. And I'm like right behind him, but I still got a long way to go. The thing is, what I mean is I still haven't seen anyone with that perfect build. Like you got all your entire set built out properly, all golds, all maxed out at level 25 on your echoes. Like you have exactly what you need and you're done for your entire group of 3. Like I haven't
That's
seen
the
that yet.
that's
Yeah.
the one thing that she doesn't have. It's not arrow set. It's a rainbow set.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's still grinding
Mm.
for it, but
Yeah.
I guess in this case, especially lower, right? What do we say in Star? Like stats over.
Yeah. Stats over
Yeah.
sets.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I wonder if that's gonna be the same thing here. Like, are we gonna go stats over sets again?
I think
I think it's gonna
maybe I feel like
evolve.
it'd be both. Yeah, but I think it'd be both because some of these sets in the game are like really powerful for a lot of the characters, right? Having a like a 30% attack increase or a 25% arrow damage increase, and then
Hmm.
even some of the echoes, I think the monkey increases heavy damage and
Yeah,
arrow
yeah.
damage.
And arrow
Yeah,
damage.
Mm.
Yep.
that's huge
Yeah.
for characters like Gian, right?
My
Yep.
game
Uh,
crashed. What the heck?
but there's also like a little bit of the things. Um, what was it? Not I guess like that's where the skill variation or skill expression I think is going to come into play, and that's where I feel like a lot of when you really dig into the game, and we get to like that mid game to end game, right? When we see a lot more characters and players building shit out, that's
Yeah.
where you're going to start seeing people explore combos because I don't really look at CN for a lot of the things. I kind of wait for it to get shown to me. But right now, seeing is they don't care what level you are, dude. They're looking for all types of crazy combos. I saw this one combo. I think it was in the same video that I sent you last night. So the Varina did something. She summoned an echo, and the echo summoned a giant whirlpool. And
Yeah, like a
it
big
it like whisked up
hurricane.
everybody. Yeah, and I said, "Whoa, what the frick? Like, hold on, wait a minute, bro." And then
Wait, you're gonna
she
have to send me that shit. What?
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. There's an echo in the game. It summons this giant whirlpool. Anything around the whirlpool gets sucked in, and anything in the whirlpool gets shot all the way up. So Varina sucks up everybody, right? Like it summons the thing, it sucks them all up. And then she's over here, bang, 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 bang. But she's got the air combo. So she's progressively jumping in the air, doing bang, bang, bang. They swap cancel out. And then whoever's in the sky, I think it's
Send me that now. Send me that now.
uh oh
It was
god,
Send me
Yang
that
I
now.
can't
Yang.
Yang Yang, I
They
can't send
did.
it to you yet.
They
What do
switched
you
it to
mean?
I'll
Yang
send it to
Yang,
you, but you can't show it on stream.
and they
Oh, okay. I
they
see.
had
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not
Okay.
ready for
yeah.
it. Yeah, because no one else has said anything about it, and it's going in my
Yeah.
video later this week. So
Okay.
I don't
We'll
want
wait.
nobody else
We'll
to see
wait.
it and
We'll
then
wait.
repeat it and everything like that. But
I don't
you
know.
know,
Because I had a homie. I made a tweet, and I did team plate over
He's
solo play,
withholding the
and
content,
I was
guys.
like, and
I
I
think
was
I found
like,
the echo you're talking about.
yeah,
I
Yeah, I think I
saw
found it.
I think it's sick. I
people
want
was
it.
talking about I was saying like everybody's posting like solo gameplay and stuff like that's cool and all, but after seeing shit like that, hell no, I want to build a team, not
Yes,
play one
sir.
character.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's all it is. That's
It's
all
gonna
I've been
be
saying the whole time.
it's gonna be yeah, you did make a whole video complaining about this, didn't you? Yeah. I think I think the solos are cool, just showing that you understand the character. But man, the stupid shit you're gonna be able to do with teams, because this game is
It's gonna be a lot
just
more fun. It's gonna be a lot more.
everybody's unique. It isn't like a character with a sword has one specific way of playing, and then they have unique skills. Like everyone is unique. Everyone has skills and outro skills and intro skills that all complement someone else, and you just got to find the strat yourself. You got to figure it out
Yep.
yourself. I think that's what makes this game like. I'm not gonna hold you. I was greatly underestimating the skill expression in this game.
Yep.
Even
Bro,
after,
there's so much stupid
even
stuff.
after playing CBT2.
And that's the like. Think about it. We're at the beginning.
There,
of
the
the
literally
game.
less than
Yeah,
a weekend.
The
literally.
start of the game, and we
Yeah.
have this much
Wait,
stuff
day
to
5?
discover.
Yeah, day 5.
Yeah, you know, so like imagine when the game gets to a point
Cinco de Wuthering.
where we're in like patch 3 or patch 4 and they release new enemies, right? New elite enemies that we have to fight. They give us new echoes, they give us new weapons, new characters, new gear, anything. The not complications, the possibilities of whatever they want to add into the game are damn near endless. And that's why I know people are always like, oh man, you don't compare it to Genshin Impact, blah, blah, blah. No, fuck that. Genshin should have been doing this. Had Genshin done any of this shit, we wouldn't have this comparison going on right now. It would have just been play Genshin. Everybody would have been all over Genshin, you know? But they refuse to do the things that, and you know what, to be fair, I think I appreciate Genshin not doing it. I don't like that they're trying to do the whole like, oh, we're gonna add in game now. We never said we weren't gonna do it. No, fuck that. Yeah, you did. So it is what it is, right? But I don't like that. But I think I appreciate Wuthering more. And if they right now they're listening to C and they gotta stop doing that. But if Wuthering listens to the people the way that they did during the beta, I think that'll be very good for them because now it's gonna get to a point where this is the game for people like the Devil May Cry players, your Elden Ring players, or your Soulsborne players, your Monster Hunter players, and then of course people who just like Genshin Impact. And then we'll talk about the story in a bit later, I'm sure. But you know,
It's
everything
actually the
about
next thing
Wuthering
I'm
right
asking.
now just needs to get crafted. If they craft this into like what we want, essentially, the things are endless. And Omega, I just want to point out because you said didn't they nerf a bunch of characters? What I want to point out real quick is that
Oh
you guys have
God,
to stop listening to.
you just got him started on.
No. I'm not gonna rant. I'm not gonna rant. But
Okay.
real quick, you guys have to stop listening to the internet. What I mean by that is when you, because no one knows what the fuck got nerfed. That's the problem. You guys, not you specifically, but you know the internet, the community, the gacha community, they hear the word nerf, and or they hear a change, they see a change, and it's like negative -1%, and they call it a nerf, and then everything is ruined, right? The nerfs, quote unquote, to Gian or to any other characters were not actually nerfs. They were balances. They balanced the game. So what happened was they buffed the echo set, they buffed the weapons, they buffed multipliers, they tweaked things so that things were more balanced. It's not that oh, Gian by himself is cracked, which he is, but you know, they're
Yes,
like,
sir. No,
you know,
yes,
right?
sir. He is
He
cracked.
is. He's
He
still
is the
cracked. Like,
definition of it. That dude is nasty.
I don't know what they expect. If he's nerfed now, whatever he was before is like
Was
Super Saiyan
unbalanced.
Goku. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that-
they've
it's a
balanced out the
problem.
character and then made it so that you have to build now, right? You need to put him on a team to get to where he was before. You need the proper echo set to get him where he was before. I've talked about this in one of my previous videos as well. Weapons are going to be so important in this game. And I know the free to play audience, like people coming from Genshin, they're anti weapon. I don't know what it is about them. Like their weapon banner is ass. Yeah, for sure. But every other
Oh, yeah,
gacha game is not like that.
atrocious.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
horrible, you know, but like PGR has a 30 pity. Wuthering has 100% guaranteed pity.
I stopped
And they
playing
have their
Genshin
own, you know,
before
stuff.
they even changed the weapon banner. So
God dang.
yeah, so
That,
it
yeah, that
was
stuff
bad.
is bad.
Yeah, it was
It's
bad.
bad, man. You say you don't see anyone in here, including Gian. It doesn't matter. I'm not specifically saying with Gian. I'm saying period. These are all things that are on the internet that people have said within the last 7 days of Wuthering being released or getting ready to release. Just like when we did the tier list videos and people were saying, oh man, guys, don't listen to these creators. The tier list doesn't matter. They just nerfed all the characters. So just wait until 2 weeks later when they post update the new tier list. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. When people say things and they don't know what
They
they're
don't
talking about. They
understand
just
what's
say
going
it.
on
Yeah.
yet.
You're just
Didn't
saying it
they-
just to say it.
Didn't they say that Kalkoro was like one of the worst characters now because of the nerf?
Yep.
I'm
Still
playing with him
busted.
now, bro.
Still
I'm
busted.
playing with him now, dude. This dude feels so effing good. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
And I love the way. Okay, the thing I've always, and sorry to jump like the gun, whatever. But man, the thing I love so much about this game when it comes to the combat, for each character is actually interactive. Like I'm not just pressing skill, ult, switch, skill, ult, switch. No, like with Kalkoro, I'm weaving in basics and heavies and all that with his skill.
They actually
All
have
in a sequence.
combos, like their basic
Like
actually have combos and stuff.
like
Yeah,
no one has the same stuff.
yeah.
And it's not just a variation of do I ult first or do I skill first? Do I basic attack after my skill or ult? And,
Mhm.
and no one has the exact same thing, which I absolutely love. And that's why funny enough, I love playing Luke the most out of every other character that came out since Fontaine. Just because he had the ability to weave in basics with his skill.
You know what's funny? The
Mm.
one character that was gonna bring me back, post Yelan was what's his name? The Wolf Boy,
All right,
Anubis.
wait, who?
No, Anubis, the Anubis looking
Oh,
character.
Sino.
The dude with the
Yeah,
pharaoh junk
Sino.
on his head.
Yeah, Sino.
Scion is his name.
Sino.
Sino.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was gonna bring me back because everyone and their mama kept saying that he was like a horrible 5-star because he was super complicated. You couldn't get his rotation down because he wanted to be on field at all times,
He
so the
was
energy
dog.
was
you just
off.
the you
Nah,
just
he
the
was
type of guy
dog.
that just wants the smoke. That's the way
No,
I'm
No,
seeing
no,
it.
no, no, no. It's not even.
Wait. No, but he was dog though. The only thing is that when Dendro finally released, he got saved. He
No,
was
I
actually
wanted him because he took skill to play.
no, that's
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean. That's what I mean. You just want the smoke. Like it seems like every single time you see something, people say that something's bad. You're like, let me prove you wrong. This is.
I didn't want to prove anybody wrong though. That was the point. I just wanted the character because he
Man,
took
it's like
skill.
I play with Sino, so I'm better than you.
No, 100%, 100%. They lucky I didn't get Eula or like get my hands on Ayaka before they figured out like, oh yeah, do the dash in between their combos. Like I like characters like that where you know, you could change like one little thing, right? Even if like for instance Zhao, I like that character.
I
They
hate
could
that
have made it so
character.
that Zhao had to do, you know, basic jump
Make him
heavy
Jian.
dash.
Make
Yeah,
him
you know,
Jian.
like make him a little complicated. Don't make me just sit here and jump up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, ult, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like, all right, bro, you got it. I don't want to play no more. I'm off the game. You got it, man. I don't want to play no more.
Wild.
So it is what it is. But I like having fun, right? And this is coming from Chaotic doesn't really play them like that. But guys, you have 3 fighting game veterans in the chat right
And
now.
that's
Me, so
exactly why I wanted
Yeah.
you three in here, because there's things that you guys know and understand that I feel would be a nice thing to discuss in this podcast, because I don't understand switch canceling. I don't understand, like
Yeah.
I don't play fighting games like that. I've dabbled in them a little bit, but I've seen you talk about things, and that helped my understanding of what the character can do. So it's that's why I wanted you three specifically in here. So first we're gonna get these questions out the way, and then we're gonna give you guys a little bit of a spotlight, because you guys have been messing around with some stuff, and it's about damn time that you got co-op mode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We
So
got co-op.
all right, EO.
Nice, finally.
All right. So the second question I have for you guys is regarding the story. All right. Now I think we've seen all on YouTube, on Twitter. We will never call it X, Elon. We will never do that. I think we've all seen people complaining that the story is bad. Now, EO, you haven't completed the story. Rihu, you have. I don't know where Soul is. So we're gonna go.
I'm right around the same as EO.
All right, cool. Because that
So
makes 2 and 2.
Act 5. You're still at Act 5, right? Yeah.
I just started Act 5, yeah.
Okay, so that makes 2 and 2. So
Yeah.
we're gonna start with Rihu, because he
You
has
gotta be vague then at that point, right?
do not discuss the actual spoilers.
Yeah.
I want your feelings on the
Okay.
story, right?
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people in here who probably are still taking their time and just chilling.
Mhm.
So, discuss your feelings about the story. Tell me what you thought when you started to feel that way, but make sure you don't actually give the spoiler. Right?
Okay. So I'm gonna wait. Is CBT2 story like okay to talk about, like in depth, or no?
Yes, that is all the way up until
I think
That's
it's the end of
basically
Act
Act 4
right?
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Act 4 and
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Okay. So Act 1 through 4, in my honest opinion, I didn't. And I know it's weird. I just had to skip for a majority of it, but because I already played all of it in CBT2, I actually paid attention a slight bit in CBT2 for Act 1 through 4. And I felt like in terms of the first 4 acts, it was a lot of dialogue that kind of at the moment made no sense because not made no sense, but at Act 1 through 4, it doesn't seem like there's any stakes. It doesn't seem like there's that much for me to worry about or hold tension or
Just
anything like that.
just trying to find who the rover is, pretty much.
Yeah, it's the basic thing that all gacha games are doing now. Like same thing with Trailblazer, same thing with Traveler. They're doing the same thing at the start. But they throw us into is it the Jinzo? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, the Jinzo.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, they throw us into
Jinzo.
the Jinzo, and it's not really anything crazy. In regards to what we are used to with every other gacha game. But as soon as Act 5 hit, dear Lord, did I immediately, and there's a certain cutscene that gets played, and it just catches you off guard.
Yeah.
You're like, who's this?
I know exactly which one you're talking about because
Who,
I tweeted about it. Yeah.
who is this? So I was
Man.
like, I like this design. Hold up. So I was like, I'll pay attention for a second. And then they start explaining something. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe I'll read a little bit more. And then as they're talking, they start bringing up things that make a little bit more sense to the previous story from Act 1 through 4. And I'm like, oh, so that actually makes this a lot more interesting. The fact that these factors are all playing a part at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
And
okay, I'll give the dialogue a chance.
It's funny because after witnessing all of this, I know exactly what you're thinking and where your thoughts started taking place and everything now. Because I was literally like, this story is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment that this specific scene you're talking about with this specific character, you just like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, that scene is so. It's a real. I think realistically, they were like, okay, we're leaving Act 1 through 4 alone. We basically are just gonna leave it at that. I think they made sure that Act 5 was, if you're not locked in, you're locked in now.
Yeah.
And I think they did a really good
Yeah.
job in hooking you in for that first cutscene so that you can start trying to pay attention.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I had a reason to keep reading the dialogue. And I did read every dialogue because at that point I'm intrigued in what they're talking about.
Oh,
what
I
they're
read
doing.
everything from that
Mhm.
point on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So so now I have some type of connection with the story now for me to actually pay attention and care. And so I'm reading everything, and now we get into Act 6. Act 6, I feel like was a little rushed. Not because like I feel like it was sloppily done, but like I feel like the fact that we got to that portion or what happened in Act 6 that quick, I was like, dang, we're like, this is like end game type stuff. Like, what's going on? We just got here.
All of a sudden,
But
those stakes rose just out of nowhere.
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I felt like there was not enough connection between the characters in the Jinzo for us to really care what was going on. But I'm not gonna take away the ability for Kuro to cook. Holy crap, that
Oh, yeah.
final boss fight. Holy crap.
That's
That
the only thing I got spoiled on, but I willingly got spoiled on that. I sat there and watched Rihu play it, and I was like, oh, hold on. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was in that position. I was like, this story is ass. I was like the first two, like 2-3 act for probably all the way up to Act 3. I was like, bro, I'm ready for this shit to be over with. I just want to get through it.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue with the early acts is that you don't I understand because I think Legion's made a tweet about like the info dumping and stuff, and I'm like, I think everybody expects info dumping. It's just that like since I reached the Star Rail story earlier this year, the good thing that they do is that even though they info dump you, they also have like a lot of the characters on the Astro Express that are actually really cool, and you get to know them a bit more. At least they introduce them to you a bit better, in my opinion. Like you get introduced to like three or four to 4 stars at the beginning.
yeah.
And in the first 3 acts for this, we only get introduced to Ling Yang, if I'm not mistaken. And Ling Yang is cool. I think that's when I started to warm up to the story a bit more. Was around Ling Yang's part.
I'm surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I did not
no,
enjoy it.
like I don't think it was the greatest thing that they did.
Oh no, it was horrible.
It was definitely like, but it was it was definitely like, all right, this is an attempt for you to try to get us to connect to this character, and I can appreciate that. That's going to be a hit and miss for everybody. But I just finished Act 4, and then the whole part and shit with Scar, and then them going on a rant and then explaining about like the whole the dude that's missing. I can't remember his name right now. Juve? I can't remember his name. That's when I was like, all right, I kind of want to pay attention because I remember my dad called me in the middle of the cutscene. I was like, I'm not to call you back. I was like, this was starting to hook me a little bit. But yeah, I think.
Oh, you're talking about the damn. Is
G-Way is the dragon,
G-
yeah, or
yes.
Jue?
If
Oh,
I'm
Jue.
Yeah, I just know at the cutscene I'm at.
what is her name? The magistrate?
Jinshi.
She like
Yeah,
oh,
Jinshi.
oh,
She's like
Jinshi.
yeah,
Jinshi.
she's talking to Rover and she's like there's they Scar and them came to capture or they captured the dragon or whatever.
Mhm.
And like you got to get him back so for whatever.
Yeah,
And that's when like once they start implementing that and I was like, all right, this is pretty good. And how y'all talk about Act 5 and 6. I think that just kind of proves to show that sometimes some people need or some people in order to tell stories need a little bit of warming up. I think it took them a little too long to get to that point, but they got there, and everybody else that can get to that point and can enjoy it, I think we're probably on for a pretty good ride for the rest of the way. Hopefully,
I think they got the message loud and clear because they're hiring for director, a voice director, and yeah.
Oh yeah. That Rover, because EO tweeted it last night. He was like, "Damn, why they do female Rover like that?" I'm like, "Oh, it just was a female Rover. Male Rover is flat as hell in that scene too." It's like
I
they
played
just
JP,
gave them
bro.
the paper at the table. That was like, "Yeah, just read this."
Bro, listen, I play JP, bro, and I'm all fine to be honest. So,
Man,
So is
I had to turn it
there
off.
emotional weight there in JP?
I'm not gonna
It's
lie,
like
I don't know if I pay attention.
Look at him. He can't even answer the question.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've watched a lot of the scenes in JP and in English. The JP is and this is coming from someone who rather read and listen to in English 90% of the time. The JP feels more right for the characters. The Yang Yang feels very flat, and I know the voice actor is more capable of what she like did in this story.
Yeah.
Because I know some of her old.
I got a question.
Hold on. So supposedly the studio that they hired was a UK studio, and they instructed these people to have American accents despite them being them specializing not specializing in American accents. I don't know how true this is. I just read it online. And and I think they just debuffed their entire cast because of that.
Debuffed.
Like
it sound like an American. They just get the down arrow next to
like
their head.
if you hire a studio and their specialty is not American English, you don't hire them to do American English. I feel like that's like you're just debuffing your entire cast. And I know some of these voices, because they're from Arknights, are really freaking. Some of them are from Arknights and some of them are from Reverse. Dude, their voices are fantastic when they do things to their liking or they're directed in the right direction. I don't think they were for this game. A lot of them weren't. Gian sounds fine. Gian sounds like he did everything right. Just specific moments just sound a little bit dead, like just lacking emotion. And JP, I don't hear any of that. It sounds a lot better. A lot better. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that.
You know, one thing really quickly.
Hold on. Hold that thought because we do need to ask EO the same question.
Oh yeah, you're right.
EO, have you completed the story? What do you think? Soul basically already said his piece. So what do you think of the story and how much have you completed? Remember, no spoilers.
I feel like I'm in the same boat with Soul. I finished Act 4. And then I haven't started Act 5 just yet. Instead, I've been doing a lot more of the side stories. So I feel like maybe those could be talked about more. Because that's where the tweet that I made, I was tweeting a lot last night. The tweet that I made last night, though, was...
Nothing new.
a a concert or a final concert, something like that, an eternal concert. And I think that story, it was short. It didn't take me too long, but it was one of those things where you have to do a double take because you read it and it starts off like, oh, my grandpa ran off a cliff. Please go save him because he's an idiot and I don't know what took over him, right? And then you find out who his grandpa is. You also kind of like play both sides and you see that there's this girl and she's asking you for help at the same time and it just happens to line up in the same area. And it really sets the tone of the world that you're in this dystopian land and everything is not peaches and cream, even though it feels that way, right? Like you're playing the game and the only thing that's a real threat is Scar and whatever else he's doing. But in reality, no, like this entire world is fucked up. So I'm like, yo, when I read it and because I had to lock in after you, like it's like maybe like a couple little, points that you go through.
Everyone's
and you
literally agreeing with you right now too.
yeah,
So it's
bro,
like,
you see some shit like hey man, this is what happened. And I stopped. I said, "Whoa, what the? Wait a minute. Who did what? Who died? Hold on!" And I locked in, right? And so as I'm locked into it, you finally
what's
get
the
to the
name of
end
this
of it.
quest? Because I don't think I've done
An
this
Eternal
one.
eternal
concert.
concert. It's a blue side quest, and I didn't think anything of it because it doesn't set you up for anything like that, right? It just says go here, talk to this
Oh, I got
dude,
that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that today.
and listen to him do this, right? Go help this old man down the road. That's all it says. And it walks you through this entire story that, in my opinion, for as short as it was, I think it's a very beautiful story. I think it was sad. And it was something that stood out to me a lot, like I said, about the game itself. And so from that side story, had I been able to play that before Scar, I feel like I would have been locked in more on Scar. Not even to say that like Scar didn't lock me in either, but the world itself and being more attached to the world, I feel is because we're still patch 1. This is just their first region. There's no telling where we're gonna go from here. So seeing them have this little bit now and that particular instance just shows you how excuse me, the
Dynamic.
tacit discords, the monsters, it
Yeah.
shows you they're monsters. They're fucked up. You know, I don't want to spoil it. I know chat's already doing it, but you guys haven't played it yet, so I won't spoil it. But they do monster things. It's not one of those situations where everyone makes it out. I'm a what do you call them in Genshin? A something holder? The people with the element, the orbs or whatever.
Vision holder.
Everyone
Vision
doesn't
holder.
a who?
Vision
Vision?
holder.
Vision, thank you. Everyone doesn't have a vision. Everyone doesn't have access to a friend with a vision. Like they're human. It's you can't. Remember when we were talking about this the other day or a couple weeks ago about how I really like psycho thrillers, the animes.
Yeah.
This story, it's like a mini psycho thriller. That's what really
That's
hooked
longer.
me into
That
the
that
story.
conversation was longer than last week or a week ago, brother.
Was it?
We were talking about we were talking. I'm not gonna derail you too much, but we were literally talking about a bunch of different anime, and we were sitting here with our entire group. And bro, you are, I don't know what's up with your head, bro, and your timing. You
my
do this with
sense of time-
everything.
My sense of time is all fucked up. I literally thought today was Monday, but I thought Friday was Sunday. So
Yeah, you
don't
that
really
was
know.
that was at least a month ago, bro.
okay,
That was at least a month ago.
okay.
But yeah, that I think, see, just you saying that and
Mm-hmm.
me missing, I haven't even started my blue quest. There's a few of them I've done, but that one I definitely will have to go back to just because you said that, because everybody in the chat is like saying this one was really good.
It was good, bro. You have to it's like I said, it's quick. It took me like anywhere between 20 minutes if I wasn't fucking around looking for random stuff to like 40 minutes. But it was good.
Bro,
It
that
was very streamlined. There was no like, it's not like a bunch of fetch quest bullshit. You are following what happened in the story. And when you finish it, come talk to me because it was just good.
have you done oh no, you haven't, because you have to complete the story to do it. Hey yo, Rihu, that Gian story.
Oh, the
I've
Jian
done-
story is pretty good.
Mhm.
So did they change anything from CBT2? Because I remember
a little,
was that
but
maybe his
it's not
companion quest?
story. It is his companion quest. They did change a little bit. but it's not story wise. It's more like the sounds and stuff like that.
Okay.
There was a lot of audio bugs or lack of audio in the beta, but in terms of the story itself, it's pretty much the same.
Okay. I
I
played a
think
little bit of it, but
there-
not a lot.
if they did change something, it must have been something that I skipped through because I was like really tired when I played it in the beta. So I actually locked in, did this one on stream, and yeah, you get once you're done with the story, it made sense why they moved it too. Once you get to it, after you complete the main story,
yeah, that's what I was gonna
Mhm.
say.
Yeah,
I was gonna
'cause
say that
it's-
the Act 6 makes the companion quest better.
yeah, because before they
Mm.
kind of just threw it at you. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Rover knows Gian. How did this happen? Or this doesn't make sense. And then the ending just kind of
Gotcha.
catch your attention. This is much better.
Yeah, it
Much
actually
better.
feels like it goes together. Like once you have that background knowledge you get from Act 6, it looks way. Okay, the thing with Act 6, I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna just say Act 6 makes me appreciate Gian a lot more.
That entire section
Yeah.
was so cool. I know what you're talking about.
It's not just the last thing that
It
happened
leads
in the
to
Act
it.
6.
It leads
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
Like you get dropped into Act 6 and then you start seeing things.
Okay, let's stop.
I love.
Stop.
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say you start seeing things, and it just makes
I
sense.
have to tell you now.
No. It's just that it makes sense when you look at how the companion quest is and what's in Act 6. It makes it so much better, and I like Gion so much after that.
Yeah.
After that quest.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on the other side of the Gian thing. He made me respect him, but I'm tired of everything that I've experienced in the beta. I'm tired of it already. I'm ready for that version 1.1. I'm not kidding. All right. So my question, this is for anyone who wants to answer first. What do you think the strengths and the weaknesses of Wuthering Waves are? And this is, I think all of us has breached the 15-20 hour mark of the game.
Dude,
Like,
maybe by 5 times.
Yeah.
For
Well,
me.
you don't get off the game. So I mean, yeah. But yeah, I think for sure we've all breached the 15-20 hour mark of the game. At this state where you're at right now, what do you think the strengths and the weaknesses are, and why? Whoever wants to go first, it doesn't matter.
Who's going first?
I don't mind.
Of course you don't.
Combat is definitely the biggest strength right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
True.
And then I feel like, of course, with combat comes like the team building, but I want to kind of like consolidate all of it. Combat, team building, the potential that has, the combo routes, whatever. Just the gameplay itself, I feel like is definitely that's the number one quality. I will say world building it picks up. Once you get past that whole like basically like we all say Scar, right? Once you hit Act 4, world building is I think one of their bigger strengths. I think they've done a really good job at creating what we have now, this type of desolate land. Not everything is okay. The raiders, the bandits, they have their own stories and whatever else they got going on. They don't live in the city. They can't go in the city. People are getting arrested, right? Like there's a lot that goes into that. I think the weaker part of things though for the game, I don't want to say the character designs, but I want to say the character designs. It's weird. I don't think they're bad. I think the characters are okay, but I feel like they don't pop as much as the competitor in this case would be Hoyo. But even with PGR, and the reason I say that is because, like, for instance, what's baby girl's name? Ayla from Punishing Gray Raven. I love her. And her design alone
We know why
is
you love her.
fantastic.
We know why you love her.
Absolutely, right? But her design is lovely. It's bubbly, it's fun, and it fits with whatever she has in all of her character stories. We don't have anything that 2 big reasons. Yes,
Two
sir.
big reasons,
Um,
wild.
We don't have that in this
Ban
game.
them.
No, I'm for real though.
Oh no,
right? Because
I've cultivated a specific audience here. Okay, we're all in understanding here. Okay, thick
yes, sir.
is
Yes,
the
sir.
We here
prime.
for a
Okay,
Oh yeah.
So-
oh yeah.
okay. So
But everyone doesn't like Verena, right? There's, we have I think the girls like Verena. Some of the girls like Verena, because she's cute. right? But Verena, being the type of character that she is, I feel like, and maybe we just haven't gotten to that point yet, but I feel like Verena definitely fits that forest fairy child. We don't even have a
Mhm.
forest fairy area in the game. Where the fuck did Verena come from? You know,
Well,
there is, but I haven't gotten there yet. Okay,
chaotic, like
I'll take that. I'll take it.
it's not
I'm
it's
letting you
not
do your
really,
thing
but
here. You got to
I'll
explain
take
this
it. You know
because you're
what?
the
You don't
one
even
that.
got to explain it.
Okay, you're the
Yeah,
one
I'll
that
take it.
did
That's
that, Ryu. So
yeah,
I'm letting
yeah.
you
I'll take it.
letting you suffer.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
So I
dang,
I
'cause,
guess
like,
there is one. I just haven't gotten there yet.
it's
That's
like
okay.
I'm not even gonna say yes or no because I don't know the answer. To be honest, I can't
Well,
even
whatever
say
it is, it was enough for you to go like, actually, right? So,
I don't
it's
know.
there. So maybe I'll just wait for that to happen. But as far as the character personality goes, Yang Yang, and what's funny about Yang Yang, I'm sure you guys have noticed it. Her hair glows, and I can't tell if that's like every character has something like that when their
No,
ultimate is ready.
no.
But Yang Yang, whenever her ult is ready, her hair glows luminescent. It's a luminescent blue, and I'm like, that's a
Yeah, that
crazy
doesn't
ass
that
design. Yeah,
that shit's
that's a peak
clean.
design. I don't know
And
why it does it though.
well, imagine if it's a foreshadow, like it's something that we don't know yet,
Okay,
because no one else here does that.
there's a theory that this was during CPT2. I saw
Yeah.
someone say that
Oh, it's a passive.
there are some signs that this might be a prelude into Punishing Gray Raven.
Ooh.
Nah, they do that, but I'd be insane.
I don't
That'd be
know how true that
crazy.
is. Once again, I'm not the one that made this up, but I would be very strange for them to go that route. But if they could pull it off, that would be fucking cool.
That'd be a really nice way to introduce that too. But I guess to do that, you would have to have already come up with what would be an end for Wuthering Waves, you know?
Or do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if it's gonna start punishing Grey Raven, and
I
PGR is already here with its own story of over
It's
like
like
what 3-5 years.
What if it just never
let me
gets to that
if
point?
I can
Like,
find that post. It was in a, I believe it was on Reddit. If I could find the post, I'll send it to you. But the way it was worded was like as if there was like a route.
Yeah,
Like it could be a like leading into Punishing Gray Raven, but there's a way to prevent the disaster type thing. Like
I feel you.
I don't know how, because I haven't played Punishing Gray Raven in like in terms of the story in a long time. So I don't know what's going on in terms of the story and what led to this, or if they're connecting pieces of the story. But yeah. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, I would just end it off on that with the character design to be fair, because like, the weakest thing, we'll say character designs in the middle. Because I like them, but I feel like maybe I just haven't gotten to that point yet where I understand a lot of the characters and why they are what they are. So I won't say that that's a weaker thing, but I will say it's in the middle. I think resources are probably, this might be one of the worst games that I've played when it comes to resource management.
Bro, yes, thank
And
you.
I say that specifically, like I don't know if anyone else has done this yet. In every other gotcha game, they have refinements.
oh no, the
Refinements don't,
refinement.
they don't cost anything because all you're doing is taking one weapon, slapping it into
Refinement.
another, and you're done. In this game and in any gotcha game, there is zero fucking reason why refining a weapon from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 should cost me more than it does to level up the weapon from 1 to 20. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know whose idea that was to do that, but that's dumb. I ran out of money, and mind you, I had like 100,000 of the credit or something like
You
that.
got a mill,
I
bro.
ran out of money, bro. Gone. The moment I started refining weapons just to clear my
That was
inventory, because
wild.
that's what we do, right? You have a bunch of 3 stars and 4 stars. You're like, I'm gonna clear these out, get a one copy of a level 5, and then the
Oh
rest I can
no, you
fodder off. Gone, all money gone. So I had to rebuild it back up. Why does that exist? And then farming wave plates, especially early on, shouldn't be a thing, or rather the credits, everything, right? All the stuff that you're farming in the game, some things are understandable. The echoes, that makes sense.
Which is
Farming,
terrible for stamina. Do not do that, guys.
yeah,
do not.
but like, hey,
Terrible for stamina.
sometimes you gotta whatever you're looking for, yeah, you're gonna do what you want. But farming the echoes, farming your character materials, the essential materials, they don't have, which I would have assumed it'd be in data bank, but it's not. They don't have a way for me to go looking for the item like in a catalog and say, okay, I need this flower. Where do I get the peacock flower? Hey, bro, we don't know. You gotta have the peacock flower and then look for it through source, and then you can find it.
Not gonna lie, bro. I go
Just put it in
straight
a
to the
fucking
farm.
catalog.
I just go straight to the pharmacy and buy them junks, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh
I,
man,
I,
it just
I can't. I
it's so
cannot.
annoying.
Hold on.
I cannot go find
The
those.
only thing that I'm really having trouble with right now, and I think this was done intentionally.
Me and K. I know K is about the same thing. I'm right now crying about. I
Yeah,
know it is.
it's the what are they called? The tubes that you use to level up your
Echo XP.
echoes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Echo
Uh-huh.
XP. That junk is terrible right now.
They're like the way that we've been trying to get them have been from bosses and from the what is it tac
Tacit fields.
tacit fields.
Yeah. Tacit fields.
Like tacit fields, they feel like the best way to do it because you're also getting echoes at the same time. But it's been, bro, it's been painful. It's been painful. Resources are very scarce in this. All right, so same question, Rihu. What are the strengths and weaknesses of Wuthering Waves in your opinion?
The strength. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
about- Oh, okay. Strength, bro. For me, bro, this is like actual crack cocaine. The grindiness factor, and you are rewarded for the time you want to put into the game. Because in most gacha games, you finish your stamina, you're done. Get off the game, go play something else. Like it's
Mhm.
time for you to go do something else. This game you can do the same thing. You can spend your stamina, leave, and you're done for the day. You don't have to do anything else. But I've spent the past few days after using my stamina literally grinding echoes, and I have like pages of 5 stars now. Like I have every world boss with crit rate, crit damage, stuff stats.
We know.
That boy is addicted, man.
I
He
have
wake
the
up,
main
he
Oh,
on
not
stats.
Woowa.
sleeping.
He go to sleep, he on Woowa. He be playing Woowa in his sleep.
Bruh,
Basically,
bruh.
it's the grindiness factor in the fact that I can play this game for hours and not get bored, and grind infinite echoes until to the point where they're telling me you can't get drops anymore today. Like I don't know what you're supposed to be doing, but you need to stop.
I think
uh,
the one thing that you've been doing that has been like crazy irritating,
what?
you posting all those god rolls that you've been getting. You're pissing me off, dude, because I'm not getting those.
It's just I don't know. The grindiness factor is by far my favorite thing, and I think a lot of people, depending on from what background they come from, like if they played MMOs, they played any other grindy game. One of my main things that I came from was Destiny, and I love the F out of that grind. This is giving
Yes,
me the
sir.
same, giving me the same exact feeling. I can just spend all day playing this game, and I actually making progress, and I'm getting rewarded for doing so. It's not like something like some gold I can get for whatever I need to use it for, and that's it. No, it's actually like I can build characters now in one day, and I can build multiple if I had the resources, of course, to level it up. So I think the fact that they reward you for the time you put in is a huge strength. And then, of course, I think all of us are gonna say the combat, so I'll just leave that as it is. The combat's insane. The way you can play with teammates and make stupid teams with the each character, and the echoes and how they change the combat, beautiful. When it comes to I want to like the designs that you was talking about, I feel the opposite. I feel like their designs grew on me really quick as
Mhm.
soon as the game came out, because before I had the same sentiment that I was like, no one stands out, no one really looks good right now in my
That boy's looking
opinion.
at Tao Chi.
No, funny enough, Tachi's not one of my favorite designs in the game, in all honesty.
Nani?
You should already know who my favorite design is. Jianshin, yes sir, yes sir.
Hey, the queen.
But
The queen.
yes sir, yes sir. But I think the designs are pretty good. And when it comes to the weakness of Wuthering Waves, I just hope they keep stuff fresh. I hope they don't leave us with what we have for like 3 to 4 patches, even maybe even 2 patches, and then do nothing with it. I think that's the scariest thing about this game is that I'm having so much fun now, and I don't mind grinding the stuff that we have currently for a good minute because it's just gonna be how it is from patch to patch basis.
Yeah.
But if they fall under the same disease that Genshin did, like just being
Why'd you
quite
call it a
honest,
disease?
Because it is one.
because it
Oh
is one.
no.
But when you are in that stagnant loop of okay, let me release a character. Here's I just got the you cannot claim more drops thing on my thing. That's cool crazy. But when it comes to like bring out a character, you bring out one event, you call it a day. Next patch, same thing, same thing. That's just
In
not gonna look
decline.
good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then at that point, I'm
Yeah.
like, there's nothing new. I have nothing new to try except if I want the character to try something new, then that would be that. But other than that, there's nothing else to do. There's no new enemies. There's no new bosses. There's no new modes. There's no new anything. I just don't want them to do the same mistakes that other gacha games have made and making it so that their player base is just so bored of playing the game. Because I feel like this game could be something insane
Massive.
down the line. Like, because right now, if y'all didn't know, on the trends, they surpassed finally Genshin at its highest peak in
Mhm.
Google Trends. And that's
God
insane.
dang.
That's insane for a gacha game to do without COVID buff. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
That is
It-
literally wild that
honestly,
they are able to do that.
I think while that is cool, I'm hoping they can maintain it.
I do too.
That's
I do
that's
too.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
hard, but they have to maintain it.
I think they have so many aspects to the game that will make it a little bit easier for them to do so. They just need to do what they're doing already, which I think you said this was a topic later on, which is them being on top of everything in terms of like the bugs and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about that later.
well, I have a question where we're gonna get into that
Yeah.
soon. But
Yeah.
so
Overall, I just don't want them to be stagnant with the game. That's all I hope. That's the one weakness that I hope isn't the case, because I could see how they could be very comfortable where they're at with everyone talking about it, and they're just like, okay, we can just chill for now.
Oh, nar.
okay.
Imagine.
Comey, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you as usual. Coming here,
Yeah.
dropping bombs, and you're a mod. Stop spending money. All right, so and Soul, what
Strength and weakness of the game.
Yes,
Uh,
and I'm
in
starting
strength,
with you
def-
next, and for the next question too. So
I got you.
yeah,
So strength. Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up. But strength, I would say is definitely the combat. That's the main aspect I like the most, which is mostly why I haven't been caught up with the story. I've just been enjoying messing around with combat, seeing what I can do, and exploring how far characters can be pushed. The weakness of the game, would probably be the story, but since it is picking up better, that weakness shouldn't last too long, as long as they stay on the track that they're going on now. Also the ecosystem, not that's a weakness. The ecosystem is a strength. The ecosystem is really good. I like how it's so intertwined with how the combat is as a whole, and then the fact that similar to Rihu, that I was a Destiny addict. I'm not gonna lie. I played that game for how long was
Ungodly
Destiny 1
amount of
out?
time.
Yeah, I think that's the only game I legit have like 5,000 plus hours on.
Dang.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir. He a
yeah,
brother
yeah,
for
yeah.
real. He a brother
yeah,
for real.
yeah,
that
y'all passed
that
me.
game
Yeah.
that game was my life. And so like when we were looking at like the Echo Rose and stuff, and I was like, oh, Riku got a God roll. I was like, damn, I haven't used that word since fucking Destiny. I was like, damn, it just brings like the elements back to me. It reminds me of Destiny, like the Borderlands and stuff, like being like the looter shooter aspect of just always having something to grind for.
Mhm.
And I think their weakness is, or it'll eventually show if they can't keep up with it, is something that I mentioned in my video when talking about both Wuthering and Zenless, was that I think overall the game itself is going to be fine, but I think their true test will be how well can they keep up with releasing content, how fun would that content be, and how will they be able to expand upon that. Because even though we talk Genshin updates are or whatever, but like Starville is the implication that their updates get kind of crazier and crazier every time they come out. And then if they treat Zenless the same way, I hope that in the same regard that Weathering and Kuro goes about it similarly, where like every time an update comes, the game feels fresh. It feels like, oh, this is a brand new thing. Like even if you've been playing the game for like 2 or 3 years from now, it just always feels like there's something brand new to come. And that's where I think where the true test for them will be need to show
All right.
or answer.
Now, for me, the strengths, of course, we've all said combat. Combat is one of its strengths. I think the ecosystem is a huge W, because being able to grind for something endlessly without having to go and wait for your stamina refills and all that stuff, it just leaves you locked into the game for a very long
my
time.
God.
It does not matter.
Mhm.
Like
Yo.
even after you've collected everything, you're still looking for the best rolls possible. Um And then the one thing that I think is actually going to be a W later may be the story, but for now it's a weakness simply because that first 4 acts, the first
Yeah.
4 acts are just they don't keep you wanting to read the story. They don't pull you in. Like I said this in one of my videos. I can tell you every single game what locked me in terms of story. The moment it happened, how it happened, and what kept me going until a certain point. Unfortunately for this game, it's near the end of the story, and that's a lot of gameplay before someone actually gets into the game. I think the
Yeah.
resources are a huge weakness. While I do think it pushes players to play for a very long time and have them grind for something, that is locked behind stamina. So having to grind for these tubes, while yes, some of them are in some of the events, Tower of Adversity, that's the name of it, right? Tower of Adversity.
Yeah.
Tower of Adversity, the shop gives you some where you get like a sprint. I'm trying to remember this. You get like a currency, and that currency can be used to purchase some of the tubes, both purple and gold. The roguelite, same thing, but there's like a cap on them. And that's I don't know. That rubs me the wrong way because there are characters that I want to build and I'm just not going to be able to do it because I have to wait
Yeah.
until an event. And last but not least, the weakness, the optimization for the game.
Oh yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it's because we're having
Okay,
too much.
personally, me,
I know. Hold on. I haven't had too much issues, but the issues that I have had were bad. I've fallen through the ground once.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I've fallen through the ground. It's an endless, like, white screen. It's really bad. And it took a while before I was actually able to get back to the map because what happened was the map wouldn't come up either. And
Ooh.
I
Oh, dang.
Dang.
I cut the game off. I turned it back on. And I was in the location where I fell and it just started falling again. But then the map worked. So I could teleport to somewhere else. And when I went back, it didn't happen again. So thankfully, that was just a one-off. I haven't been able to replicate it because I wanted to record it. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Exposing Kuro Games for making bad games, part 1.
But like, I think that's something that can be fixed. It is an optimization issue. They just need to work on some of the issues that the client has. While people have been complaining about the mobile version, I haven't had any issues with the mobile version. Actually,
go ahead and tell them what device you're playing on, by the way.
Okay. It is a high-end device. It's a Red Magic 9 Pro. It has a Snapdragon Gen 3, you know, buy one today. But but yo, it's been working seamlessly. I saw someone that had the Asus, which has the same chip in it, right? You'd expect it to be able to run just the same. No, it's not. So Edge. I hate you guys so much. But
I want a red magic phone.
But all seriousness, the phone's been running honestly better than my PC.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is a hot take.
Because I'm running into bugs. Like the bugs that I'm running into are the issue. It's not that it's not FPS dropping. It's not doing any of that. When it runs really well. But my phone's not having any issues. I'm not running into bugs on this. So for all intents and purposes, I enjoy the phone much more than playing it on the PC. But that's just me. No controller support.
Another 5 gifted, bro. Holy.
She does this every single time. I'm appreciative, but God, she's a mod. Like, it's like she's hired to do this. Like, God.
Wild.
I appreciate you coming for the additional 5. Make sure you guys are saying thank you. No controller support for mobile. That is a weakness, but the phone has like its own like mapping thing, so I can use a controller without any issue. But it does suck that it doesn't have any native controls. But yeah, that's just me. I enjoy playing it on the phone. I actually showed Unreal Dreamer how well it was running on my phone, and he loved it. So yeah, those are my strengths and weaknesses, right? Like I think that it runs pretty well for the phone that I have too. Unreal Engine, not Unreal Dreamer. Unreal Engine usually does not work well with this fucking phone, so I'm actually really surprised. Um,
and before I forget,
oh god.
Coral, please add the feature to just
Wait,
auto log in.
Stop.
This man's so
So-
facts in the whole
So, for the next question, if you could add a feature to Wuthering Waves, what would it be and why?
To auto log in. I'm tired
Yes,
of typing my email and
sir.
password
Yes,
in every time I
sir.
get on the game. Just let me auto log in.
Facts. I'm
The
tired of
weird
it
thing
logging
is
me
that
out.
it does sometimes though. Like sometimes
No,
I'll randomly
yeah.
boot the game back up and it'll just auto log me in. And sometimes it won't. And I'm like, what? It's confusing. I don't. And then I know EO has the issue where that he doesn't have an exit button on his
I don't have an
screen,
exit button, bro.
so he has to Alt F4 the game to close it.
Apparently, if you Alt F4, it keeps your account on the thingy.
It keeps it logged in. That's what the chat's saying. Don't close
That's
it
too many
normally.
That's so
steps,
bad.
though. That's
Oh,
too many
so-
steps, though. Like,
So
it
if you
is-
Alt F4, it doesn't log you out.
That's what they're
Apparently.
saying.
What the hell?
And maybe that's wait, actually, that makes sense. Because remember, EO was like, why do I have to log back in? And I was like, I never have that problem. It's because I always Alt F4 all my games.
That's wild.
Why
I'm
do
not
you
gonna
do
lie.
that? He says it like he's proud of that too.
Because I don't need to go through a whole process like you. I'm not complaining like you are.
Dang.
Okay. So okay, EO's next.
HSR does the same thing? Nah.
No,
'Cause I
no,
always
no.
manually like do the log off thing and start
They're
and
right.
automatically.
Hold on. They're right. It does do that, but you have to not log in for a long period of time before it does it.
Oh, so what you're saying is you don't play the game.
Dang.
Yes.
Regardless, it ain't that big of an issue. But if I could add an actual feature though, actually, damn, I don't know what I would add
I already know what mine is.
to the game. You go, you get here, Ryu. Get here, say,
Bro, let me
say your-
delete my echoes for XP. I beg. Please.
Delete for XP.
Like, let
Elaborate.
us have that.
Like what?
That is
Echo experience?
yes.
Okay.
Delete echoes for Echo XP, please. Cause like, god dang. It's like once you run out of XP, unless you're spending stamina in the tacit field, you're not getting any more at that point. Because the shops, there's only so much you can get in a 40-day period, which is the patch period. And that thing is like gone. Like it's insane. Like I even checked. I went to the inventory to where the echoes are and I tried to delete them. And it said I clicked a 5-star and a 4-star. It was like materials given back, and it was just blank.
Okay.
Like, why is that even there?
But merging.
Merging?
They added merging. They don't want you to be able to do that. Trust me.
Man.
Trust me. I agree with you. But they obviously don't want you to do that. Like they would have easily thought of that as a solution. But yeah.
I want it.
I'm not
That's all I
defending
need.
it. I want it too. But
Realistically, other than that,
but
though.
think about it. They added merging, but they didn't add the ability to delete. Yeah, see? It makes sense now.
No, it don't. No, I don't.
You don't want it.
Realistically, other than that, I'm kind of happy where it's at right now. So I don't have much right now that I can think of, unless I'm like brain farting and just don't remember.
That's a good feature though. That would be great if they actually wanted to do that.
Yeah, it made me grind echoes even harder.
Yeah.
Made me grind echoes way harder just for no reason. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I don't know a lot of what I would ask for. They kind of have everything I need in the game right now. Far.
I know exactly what I'm gonna say when I say it. EO, you're next.
Oh, I know what I want.
Probably gear sets. I think that because I'm kind of with
Really?
Rihu. I don't think I really need anything in the
Kuso
game yet.
just said what I was gonna say. I hate you, bro.
Actually, no, I lied.
Are you talking about
Yeah,
loadout?
wouldn't loadouts be gear sets?
When you say gear sets, I'm thinking this 4 set has a stat bonus if you put all 4 in it. That's what I'm thinking.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
we
nah.
already got
I'm-
we already got that though.
Yeah, that's why I was
I mean,
confused.
like let's say that I had something on my Gian and I wanted to put it on Yang Yang for like testing purposes.
Gear
but I
sets
didn't
and
wanna
loadouts
lose
are
it.
the same.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine.
Okay, well, when people say gear sets, I'm thinking like when you have a set of gear tied to a
Mm.
character,
Yeah.
it gives you this bonus. That's what I don't view
Okay,
that.
the thing about loadouts or gear sets, which
Oh, they're thinking what I just said and loadout. No, loadouts as in like, okay, loadouts are like what we have Rover. All right, Rover has 2 different.
Yeah.
There's Havoc and Spectro.
Spoilers, no way.
Shut up. And and when you switch, the set doesn't change with the character. If you have loadouts,
ROW. No, I'm just kidding.
when you have
They don't do it in
loadouts,
Star either.
you're
Yes, they do.
you're able to
What?
With Trailblazer and all the different paths have different loadouts. They
I
don't.
ain't
They
never
don't.
seen that before.
I didn't know
Boy.
that either.
They do.
So when you switch, you can actually like have a specific set switch with it. It's like a load. If you go into like Call of Duty and play Call of Duty, they have loadouts for different slots. You can have
Okay.
one gun with different attachments on it. You can have the same gun with another set of attachments on it. I'm thinking of it that way. So
Okay. The thing I want to say about that is that unless there comes a character or there's a big shift in the meta where now characters are fulfilling
Meta.
different roles, I don't see a reason that we need loadouts.
I hate you. I hate people like you. No. Don't do this. Don't do this.
No,
Yo,
No.
he said that with his
There
chest.
shouldn't be like a
No,
reason
I
to want
stand
like a
your
quality
kind,
of
brother.
life change.
I hate
There
people
shouldn't
like
be a
you.
meta reason.
I hate people like you. No. We're not talking to you for like a good 5 minutes, Ryu. Okay.
Why?
Flip that.
Yeah, now what you said was crazy.
No, it's like
No, why do we
it's
need
not
a
it's
meta
not-
change to get a quality of life feature?
No,
That's
it's
crazy.
like why? Okay, listen.
That's crazy.
Listen. I just don't think it's a high priority change we need right
Oh yeah,
now.
no. I agree. I don't think it's like something that like we.
It's not
That's what I'm
tired.
talking about. I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
it. No. I wouldn't
it'll
mind.
be
I don't
nice,
think we. It's not that I'm saying no. I don't ever want loadouts to suffer or whatever. No, I'm literally just saying I don't think that's a high priority thing on the list. Out of the many things that we could probably.
I
get.
want to build my Havoc Rover without having to manually go switch every single one of those.
Man, you're not playing him anyway, bro. I've
You want to
seen
know
this,
why?
bro.
You want to know why? Because I have to change the fucking gear.
Change it, lazy.
Fuck you.
I mean, but
Change it.
I agree with you. I would like that anyway, because like even so, like you could like even everybody memeing about it, but I mean loadouts will be nice so that I can have like my actual healing arena, and then I can have my DPS arena. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
You are y'all really? Oh God.
No. I'm not making a DPS arena.
Oh,
But I just
thought
know
the
that's the meme going
I
on.
thought the consensus. Oh my god.
oh, it's beginning. This is how it always
Gifted
begins.
subs.
Oh yeah, I gotta give this up. I was go.
Go ahead and say thank you to the
Thank you,
person.
Hey, hold up, bro.
Cyrax.
Maybe I need to stream on YouTube. They nice over here. No, I'm playing.
But what
Thank
were
you,
gonna say?
Cyrax, for the 20 gifted. I appreciate you, brother.
I don't remember what we were gonna say. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you had a bad take anyway. It's okay.
That's crazy. Not really, but I. Not really, but I.
And so you came up with another
Nah, because I checked the game and we already had it, so I was like, nah, that. So that went away.
Man, like, I don't want to get
I
canceled too.
might be like, yeah, I think I kind of got everything. Oh no, a training mode. We need a training mode.
Oh
you're
yes,
right,
yes,
you're right,
yes,
you're
yes,
right.
yes. Oh my god, can I believe that
Okay,
lapsed my
this
head?
is a good
we need
segue.
training mode.
This is a good segue because I want all 3 of you guys to explain why this is important.
Oh,
At the
that's
same
easy.
time,
So,
like-
How much time we got?
Of course not, brother. We can't all speak at once.
I don't know, bro. It sounds like you want to at the same time.
I'm gonna go first though. I think it's very important to have a training mode because similar to what I've personally discovered with some characters, and just it's gonna eventually happen over time once people start sharing and start discovering a lot more. There's a lot to this combat outside of just like stats and like team organization. Like there's actual like whether it's purposely done from mechanic wise or just it's just maybe like an exploit. There are certain things about characters in their kits that allows them to do a lot of cool things within the combat. I'm not gonna preface why right now because I'm gonna make a video on that. But
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna let you continue, but I'm gonna just say my thing is so
I will let
obscure.
you
I don't
finish,
even know.
but
No, I was just gonna say really quickly. The thing I found is so obscure. I don't think I even mind sharing it because I don't know if I can replicate it enough to be able to make a video on it. But go ahead.
oh, true, yeah. But yeah, it's just I think it just be a lot of fun to actually sit there and come up with some, especially also with it'll make like testing things a lot easier because like I know yes like trying to do my video today like doing the damage comparisons of like doing a certain combo routes I was doing with a Sanwa. I had to keep redoing the character tutorial so that I could find ass that just won't move and won't fight back and instantly die on me. So having like a tutorial, which they kind of already have it there with the loadouts that they spawn like 4 other dummies and they just sit there. They could literally just have a whole separate section of just like it just being as like one little clickable mode onto the side,
So
so
you're
you can
saying
test a few
you're
different
saying you
things
would
out.
need dummies just so like so that you can just test moves and combos
I
and
feel
stuff?
like
Yeah,
yeah.
like
I-
Zenless. Like Zenless,
Okay.
you could drop in and you can
yeah,
pick what ads and stuff you want to do, so you can see the
Mhm.
damage numbers,
and
like at what health values or like what levels and stuff. You
And that
can
would
actually test
also,
builds a lot more
like,
effectively.
to segue into that, that would also help a lot of the both the
got
practical players like us and then the theory crafters when it's like, oh, the optimal combo is this. Okay, take it into trainer mode and look like show what it looks like and then figure out whether or not it's actually optimal or that's just what it looks like on paper.
mhm.
Because a lot of this stuff right now, right? Like with Gian, it's literally intro skill, spam basic, do skill, do ult, spam basic, and then switch into, you know, whoever else you need to. But like that's one, boring as fuck. And two, he's got so much more to his kit.
Yeah,
Like for
heck yeah.
instance, something that I wasn't even paying attention to, that I only recently started paying attention to when I started looking at different combos with different echoes, is that Gian has his what is it, outro skill, I think like that or something like that. His
Oh, you
outro
talking about the
skill,
spears that come from the air?
yeah. And that's
That
from
junk is
like
I was gonna show you
if
something because
you
it's busted.
you gotta show it to me, yeah, because like
Heck
what
yeah.
he does with his outro skill is that whenever you have someone else come in, like on the intro or whatever, if they use a heavy attack, his dragon like he summons the dragon to help them attack, and it counts as his dragon damage. So I'm like, okay, this is stuff that people aren't talking about when it comes to the game, the combos, the team building, things like that. Because if that's a part of his kit, and hypothetically, let's say that anywhere between 1 to 5 dragons pop out, and each one of your dragons does, I don't know, 1,800 damage. If you swap out and then his outro skill, excuse me, does the dragons for like 6 seconds, was it 1,800 times 6 seconds? However many times you're gonna hit that, that's a lot of damage off field. And so what that does is that helps you keep your DPS up. So now it's like, okay, how do I do that with a certain heavy attack characters? Mortify does not have a heavy attack, to my understanding. It's just he holds the gun, right? So he doesn't get a heavy attack from that, which means he'll never be able to trigger that. What
You
is
can trigger
everyone
it with
saying
Mortify.
with his dragons? How do you do that without a heavy attack?
You have to let it charge. The gun has to charge.
Oh, so take
Does
all
that
6
count as
seconds?
It doesn't say 6 seconds, it's like 1.5 seconds.
I like how he did that. You are passive
What?
aggressive, bro.
Who?
EO.
Oh. What'd he do?
Oh,
That's a
so
good jab at you.
he's like, he's like, so wait all 6 seconds.
No, it's 1.5 second. Like literally to do. I'll
You
show
still
you
proved this point. You still proved this point.
how.
Too long.
That's not Zulu. No,
He's
no.
saying the heavy
1.5
attack.
seconds.
I'll show you. I'll show you later. I'll show you
Turn
later.
it on right now.
Bruh, oh my. Okay, hold up.
Oh
You ain't
god.
doing nothing. I know it's sitting right there in the background. It's just open.
Not
Look at it.
open.
Look at it. Uh-huh.
I've been actively grinding. Hold up.
Oh,
Hold
this
up.
is
I've been
great.
actively grinding. I literally went through all of the data bank. I have no more cost 3 echoes to grind except Spectro and rejuvenating, and that's it. Then I won't have any more
You
echoes.
ain't
Like
even got more Teffy on your screen right
wait, I'm going to change
I'm
it.
gonna
Wait
I'm
a
gonna try
second.
and show this. I might have to hide my camera just so you know what. Yeah, they don't need to see me. It's fine.
I do it in my where the heck is this? I do it in my runs for.
All right, before you fight whatever it is, pause it,
Uh-huh.
go to the character, go to Gian, so we can just kind of show chat because it's on screen now,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to his. It's either the outro or the intro, something like that. Go to one of the skills.
Which
There
one?
we go. Yeah.
Yo, go
okay,
ahead.
so-
Go ahead and turn off your screen. I just want to try and save.
okay, I got you, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah. To make sure nothing fucks up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when the next character or other characters, that's for like co-op stuff. When the next character's heavy attack hits a target, Gian will summon. Do not know how to pronounce that, so I'm gonna call it dragon. He will summon
Long.
dragon.
Wing
to
Long.
launch. He will summon dragon to launch a coordinated attack,
I'm gonna ask his
dealing
name, brother.
arrow damage equal to 313% of Gion's attack.
It's
This
nasty how much
attack
damage I can
lasts
get
for
out of it.
8 seconds and can be triggered once every second, up to 2 times. So that means that you're getting 2 attacks per 1 second.
No. You get a max of 2 hits.
Huh?
Yes, you get a max of 2 hits.
Per second,
said,
right?
huh?
No.
That's the way
No.
that reads.
It said no. It says up to 2 times. That does-
once every 1
Up to
second,
2
up to 2
times.
times.
No, it's saying
I
there's a
don't know,
1
that's weird.
second.
Look,
No,
play
it's a
it, do
1
it.
second cooldown in the 8 seconds, but you can only proc it twice.
Oh,
But when
okay,
I
we'll
show you
play
the damage it does not matter. That junk, it hurts. That's why I'm saying that these things were not scaled correctly when they did this. Hold up. Look, watch. 7,000. 7,000.
Yeah,
he
it's
lost
2
all
times.
that health
Okay,
from
yeah.
that, and the gunshot to hold on
Yup.
mortified isn't even that fast. I mean, isn't that
Mhm.
slow?
Like that's
You can just do
things that
that.
people aren't taking into consideration when they're putting out these. Here's the optimal rotation for this. Like,
And I was gonna
where's the rest of your team?
And I was gonna show you something as well, because with Calcoro, you can actually proc both of those hits in one heavy, because he has the enhanced slash. Because this counts as a
that's
heavy,
right.
and that's a heavy. So you do it both at the
you're
same
right.
time.
You're right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You-
So
What
now
the
that even
fuck?
that makes it in a way where like because it's co-op, right? That's something that they said. They said whenever you have someone around you or on your team, if they were to proc it, they would get that as well.
So you get like 14k damage in literally like 2 seconds. Dang, he had to move out of the way, bro. Oh, no way.
Hey,
Oh, no.
you got a spotlight on you, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
wonder
I know.
if the monkey will let you do air combos as well, or some variation of air combos. He dodged.
Oh, I have no more stamina.
Yeah, no, you already procced him. That's it, buddy.
Your Gian is cracked, bro.
Bro, you should see how much the monkey hits. That dude hits for 14k.
Your lord.
Yeah.
That monkey hits 7k,
just
7k.
the way everything works in the game right now, there is a lot that goes into, like we keep saying, it's the team building aspect, the combos in the game, everything about it is so much, right? And like it's just things that we don't fully understand yet, and we're still exploring it. But that's why I made that team building video before the game came out. I made it again after the game came out. I made tweets. I talked about it on stream. The things in the game right now, this is not a normal gacha game. It's not going to be about fucking Google Sheets, and that's no like shade or offense to any of my theory crafters, because they help us, right? They help us figure out what the data is, the numbers, what's the best attack or combo for this, anything like that. But this game is not going to be a data or Google Sheets over actual gameplay, especially when the game fights back, especially when it comes down to like skill expression or player skill. Some players, I'm gonna say most gacha game players do not have the skill to play an active RPG or whatever it is, right? People were complaining about not being able to hit Sanwa's heavy attack with her resonance, the forte. They're complaining, oh, it's too hard. You know, if you didn't mash square button, you'd be able to hit it.
What are
Like
you
it
talking
just So Sanwa, you know her resonance or her forte?
Oh, all right.
That little
I thought you
metronome?
were talking about me. I thought you were talking about me.
No. Oh, you thought I was saying the square thing to you? No,
Yeah. I was like, huh? I was like, what are you talking about, bro? I was like, yo, here critiquing me.
no,
I promise you, I know what I'm doing, bro.
no. That's not what I was saying. But why am I calling you out? Yo, Takeru, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm letting you know, right? Like some people, it's hard for them. Or like with Gian, right? The air combo. There's time. You don't have to just mash square 5 times, do
Yeah,
skill.
sir. You can do this, bro. Throw them up in the air. Boom. Boom.
Yep. And like there's all kinds of combos that happen from that. So when you see someone or like these and again I say that because I don't want anyone to think that I'm calling out theory crafters because I work with the theory crafters. I theory craft in Starro. I theory craft in this game. I just don't
he's
give
a
a fuck about
nerd.
numbers.
You guys still don't even understand it even with the videos he releases. He's a nerd.
Yeah, like I'm a mega nerd about a lot of this stuff. I just don't like math. But when it comes to knowing it, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna know it, right? But in this game, being able to play is completely different. And what I want to do is I want to get to a point where we can take players like Rexcellent or Rivenus, maybe Rihu, like all different backgrounds of players, and then have them play their way and see what happens, right? Like if it doesn't matter, that's the best case scenario, that nothing matters except play how you want, and as long as you clear at the end of the day. But I really want to see like what would happen if we took a lot of the what would be considered better players or best players in the game and then had them do some type of PvP or speed run on X enemy. So cool. Yeah, because like I'm like, okay,
man, spoiling
is the
my
rotation
videos, bro.
bro, I'm serious. Imagine if you took it and it was like, okay, here's the rotation that the Google Sheets say. How long does it take you to beat it by only doing this, right? Your only thing that you're trying to do is the rotation that the Google Sheet says. If you fuck it up or you get hit,
too dynamic.
Dodge,
yeah,
start over.
It's too dynamic.
Yeah, but I mean, if I tell somebody to do it because that's what they said the best thing to do is, that's what you got to do. Versus someone like me, where it's like, okay, full combo expression, do whatever you want, react to the enemy, react to the parries. If you got a parry, because like in fighting games, right? We have corner to corner combos, we have mid screen combos, we have B&Bs, we have air combos, we have launch combos, we got corner combos, we got frame traps, we got parry combos, we got counter hit combos. There's all kinds of crap that you have in a fighting game that technically applies to this game. Oh, did you get a parry and he's stunned for 3 seconds? Do a parry combo, right? Do like your 3 second whatever to get the max damage out of that. Oh, did you dodge at the right time? And
dude, he does
all the way
so
across
much
the board?
Fucking damage.
Do your
dude.
fucking corner combo. Yeah, his Rihu stuff is kind of nasty right now. But like, and then even the echoes, right? Like the whole thing, because some people just they just haven't gotten to that point yet to use everything in your kit to maximize the damage that you would want to do.
Hey, yo, EO's an FG.
Not even the switching thing.
EO, Soul, and Rihu. All 3 of these are FGC players. That is why I wanted them for this podcast, specifically because these guys are like, for example, what I was just about to ask EO about, why the frame data was important. Like, this is something that this group has been teaching me so much about this game that I just didn't like fathom before. And
the fact that you parkoured over the goat is something else, bro. I'm watching his screen and he just like leap. I'm like, bro, that goat is just chilling.
So first, before I ask you the question, well, you already know the question, but there's a content creator. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if they want the information out there, but they were like, yo, I don't know if I can cover this game. It's like I can cover Star Rail. It's a turn-based game. I can cover insert other game here. I'm just trying to keep them, their actual name out of the conversation. It's easy to cover these games, but this game is too dynamic. There will be actual like players who will be able to do this stuff, and I wouldn't be able to keep up. So yeah, the dynamic aspect of the game is very much going to play into who would like the bigger content creators for this game. And anyway, the question that I was gonna ask you, you already know it, but no, you're not dumb.
like
yeah,
puzzles effing crazy.
like you're just not thinking about it. You always do. It's not that you're fucking dumb. You're not paying attention to the slots on the fucking. Okay, there you go.
Oh.
So, all right, you do this every time. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Why is the frame data
I can show
important?
you actually.
Because as an FGC player, you've played. You're playing Tekken still, right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Go with that. Oh, no way.
Are you still playing Grand Blue?
Yeah, I'm dabbling in all of them.
Okay.
Grand Blue and Street Fighter.
All right. So, why is the frame data important? Because there's a lot of people in here who might not understand why that's important. I'm one of them. I still haven't had the opportunity to ask you this question off stream. So, why is the frame data important for this game?
So frame data is important in fighting games because it allows you to understand what you can and can't do in any given situation. The easiest way to explain this would be if I throw a punch and my opponent blocks the punch, and let's say that my punch was like I threw a haymaker, right? I'm -7. Anything that my opponent has in their kit that is like 6 frames faster or at least 6 frames, they can hit me, they can punish me, something like that. Again, I hate math, so I'm not gonna like to the T explain frame data, but I'm pretty sure that's like how that works to the extent
Yeah.
that it is. All right, cool. So yeah, that. So in Wuthering, for example, frame data won't necessarily be used to punish your the enemies, the monsters, because I mean you're gonna punish them and swing your sword no matter what. What it will be used for is what you can do though. So like in the event that I see Couchro's heavy slash, right? Let's say that there's a heavy slash where he throws his slashes, and then when he has the max forte meter, he'll teleport to the sky, and then boom, he'll do the void cut or dimension cut, like
Above,
Virgil
bro.
from Devil May Cry. Yeah. So when he does that, let's say that the frames to do that were, I don't know, 7 startup frames. The active frames were like 10, and then he had to start up the other frame to do the teleport, but that was instant. If there were a window that you could cancel something in there, that's where you start looking into your animation cancels for different skills, your cancels for switch tech, your cancels for summoning a character, things like that. So now you get into what we were looking at, right? Like which animations can be switch teched out of. You can keep them doing the move because the active frames of that move are so long, and then you have enough time to switch back into them. That's where frame data is important, because frames are it's 60 frames per second, so one move could have x or nth of 60, right? So if a move, for instance, Gion's final, I think it's the 4th hit of his basic attack or 5th hit, where he does the slash, he kicks the sword or kicks the spear, and then he'll stab or slash down at the end, right? So all of that could be an active frame. That whole like 5th attack, it could be an active frame of like 5 seconds, right? Or 5 frames, 7 frames, whatever. So if you could do the final hit basic attack, you could then switch into Yang Yang, and then she comes down with her intro skill. And if Gian is still active, his attack is still active, and let's say it was active for another like 4 frames, if you could get Yang Yang's ult, let's say her ult, the startup frame for that was 2 frames. If her startup frames are 2 frames, her intro skill is 3 frames, that's 5 frames total, and then your 1 second cooldown to switch back into Gian would have already recovered. If all of that took 5 frames, and then Gion's final hit or his 5th basic attack took 7 frames, you have enough time to do all of that and then swap back into Gian. So now you get into your combo game, where like, oh, the tornado's on the field for the entire frame. Her intro skill is still activated. I go back into Gian, his intro skill activated, and now I can do whatever it is that I want to do. I can keep them in the air. I can jump in the air, do my air combos. I could do my air combo, go down, bring them back to the ground. I could launch my ult and then juggle them with the tornado or the dragons. Things like that is what your frame data in this game, in this game is going to be used for. So it's a lot more of that.
So, okay, question. This is probably a really stupid one. Could this be why they removed 120 frames per second? Because it might have had an effect on the frame data?
I can see it because a lot of the fighting games don't use 120. Like I think
they only use 60.
Yeah, doesn't Tekken let you do 120 now? Ultra wide and 120? I think Tekken's the only fighting game that lets you do that, but I could be wrong.
I think so.
Yeah,
you might be right.
But all the other fighting games are 60 because you would
Yeah.
have to double it essentially. If you allowed anything like that, you would have to double the frame data, and it fucks it up for everybody. Because if on your
That
monitor, yes, you're reading like double the frames, but I'm reading the one, then theoretically one of us would get something faster than the other.
okay, because the reason why I asked is because there was a we all know in the previous beta, at the very beginning of the beta, we were able to access 120 frames per second, right? So I thought it was because someone may have discovered that you could clip through the border wall, where you're not able to progress any further on the map.
Yeah.
Because I did that like 3 times in a row, and then it was just gone. 120 frames was gone. Maybe that had something to do with the frame data, as well as that bug. Maybe other people discovered it. I don't know, but it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so it could be a reason because like the whole thing with like a lot of mechanics or like things that are introduced in fighting games, funny enough, are mistakes in some instances. But that it's a lot of manipulating a frame. So like the whole idea of switch tech, which comes from the Naruto Storm games, it wasn't done on purpose. It's just a thing that players found out to abuse, and it was something that the community enjoyed, so they kept it in. Because normally it's pretty and I'm pretty sure this is similar to Storm, and it's probably going to be the same here, is that the reason switch tech works is because the game is coded in a way that once a certain active frame happens, the game is coded to let this character stay out. So once we get to a point where people that want to be real nerdy about it and find out what are the precise
I need
active
those
frames
people.
that characters need to have in order for characters to stay out, then that would be a thing. Because one thing I learned yesterday was that at first I didn't think Sanwa could switch tech out of her perfect
Who?
detonate.
Who?
Sanwa
Sanwa. Okay.
with her perfect aligning with the detonate. Because every time I tried it, she disappeared. But there was a video I saw that the dude was able to do it. So there's a magic number there that you have to hit in order for it to happen consistently with characters. Now, what that magic number is could be varied per character, or it could be just the window could be varied, meaning that it could always, like Encore, for instance. We'll make up a number. The exact frame could be at the 8th frame. This is where Encore will stay out.
8th
And
frame.
her window. Yeah, I'm just making up a
frame,
number.
yeah.
I'm just making
No,
up
I
a
thought
number.
you said A. I was about to say I don't get it.
No, 8th.
Okay.
But where this could vary is that the window would change depending on how long the character's animations are coded to be. So for Sanwa, hers could be the 8th frame as well, but if her animation coded is shorter than Encore's, then the window is tighter to do it.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were trying to say on the A frame, like the very first frame, only on the very first frame.
Oh,
I'm like,
Now-
There's some
that
fighting
exists
games
in
where that's a
fighting
thing.
games too.
Yeah, where you have to
It
do it on
doesn't
the same frame.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often anymore. But like Street Fighter 4 is notorious that they have one frame links.
perfect. Yes, sir,
Yeah,
bro.
you have
One
to
frame.
you
They're the
cannot
best.
fuck up.
They're the
Electric.
best.
Electric.
It's yeah. Electrics is
Electrics from Tekken. You have to do 2
and
buttons
normally
at the same
people that
frame.
pull that off are like at least consistently are the best of the best. Like you probably haven't seen it. We can show you a clip. It's notorious fighting game player named Daigo Umehara. And it's a whole combo sequence that he does, and it's literally frame perfect links, and that's the only way you can do it.
That's cool, man. This is gonna, and I know I'm not gonna be good like that, but just knowing that there's actually like tech that you have to learn in order to play this game effectively, that's cool as hell. That's cool as hell.
It's fun as fuck. I love that about this game.
That's cool as hell. You'll have the power of your wallet if it comes down to it.
Dang.
Yeah, truthfully, which that's the leniency of the game.
Yeah.
Is that if you really don't feel like learning, you could pay your way through or at least grind it.
I'm not one
there's
of
a
them.
lot of aspects of the game.
The only time my
it won't
wallet's
require you
coming
to do
out is
that
for
anyway.
a battle pass and that yeah. The wallet won't dodge for you. Yeah, but why dodge if you have so much defense that you can? No, I'm fucking around. But yeah, that's why I wanted to ask that question, because I don't play fighting games in the least. I've never really like tried to learn a fighting game, and it's like how frames work, what I'm supposed to be watching out for. Honestly, watching you guys play them, I'm always like, how the hell do you guys know when someone's gonna fucking do that move? How do you see that so quick? So yeah, you guys are a different fucking breed, bro. A different breed.
Now some shit just guessing.
Most of it is guessing, really.
I'd be guessing versus Kaizen, man.
Kaizen be getting mad at me. He's like,
it's
bro,
always,
you don't play like a real person.
Were you guessing when Afro beat your ass, bro?
Hey,
Damn,
bro,
that's crazy.
You know what? I
That's
was,
crazy.
yeah, because I didn't play Dragunov. That was my first
Hey.
Dragunov.
I just wanted to talk
since-
shit.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to
Yeah,
add
no,
logic to it.
You don't get to talk shit though,
Nah.
because you can't do
Oh,
that.
I'm horrible. I'm horrible. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
can't do.
alright then,
So you can't do
alright then,
nothing to me. I'm invincible. I'm invincible. I know I'm trash. But yeah. What you say, Ryu?
No, I didn't know where the heck to go in this little mini game. I was like, where the heck are these things at?
Oh,
Oh,
Dragunov got nerfed. Deserved.
He got
An
nerfed.
army. I wasn't trying to say that's what FPS means. Maybe I confused
wait.
when I was saying that.
Were they talking to
I
me?
wasn't trying to say that.
They could have been talking to me.
No. I just saw him. No, I saw him in the chat. He's talking to Zeta.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm more
So
about explaining things, but yeah, that wasn't exactly what I meant.
I mean, we I think we all have this problem where when we're trying to say something, it doesn't always come out the way that we're thinking it's coming out. Pause. So I'm not gonna tell you what I meant for that. I'll tell you off stream. All right, so bugs. This is a conversation that I'm pretty sure we've all already had, but I just wanted to document it, I guess. What are your thoughts on the bugs and the compensation that we've been receiving for Wuthering Waves so far, and how does that impact your experience?
Me personally, bro, these people's devices just bad. No, I'm just kidding. I personally haven't had.
Get better.
Me personally, I haven't had any issues this whole time, so I'm like, that's kind of sucks that some people like can't enjoy the game the way it's supposed to be. But I think realistically, I would hope people would say that the compensation we're getting for those bugs are more than enough. Because if this was anybody else, here's a pull, maybe not even that. Here's some gold and a food or something in the game.
An A food, like you got one rice bun.
Yeah, right. One rice bun that gives you health back, and then call it a day. Or maybe not even that. Maybe they just throw in mail. Yo, we're sorry. We'll fix this later. And call it a day. But no, they quite literally gave us, what was it? 2 multis, one for standard, one for limited, and then a selector for a freaking 5-star. You know how strong that is to have at the beginning of a game, to just have either whatever 5-star you want or to have whatever one you're missing. That is a huge thing to give the players. They did not have to
guaranteed us over half of the starting banner.
They really did, because now I saw somebody said if you start Wuthering Waves right now, you have 40 pulls, which gets you a random 5-star. You get the 20 pulls for the limited banner, and then you get the ticket for the selector. You get 2 5-stars frame 1 if you really wanted to go ahead and just straight up get the 5-stars. 2 5-stars at the start of the game. That's insane.
This game went from probably people were saying like one of the worst to reroll into probably the best.
The best. Yup. No, seriously though, that's insane for them to give that much.
Wait. So if someone was to reroll right now, do they get all the previous reward? Oh dang, I hit my mic. Do they get all the previous rewards too?
Yes. Yes.
They should, yeah, because it says as long as it's before. Now there is a date. The cutoff date, if I'm not mistaken, is like the 2nd or 6th of June, something like that. So in order for you to get all the rewards, you need to have started an account before, like June 2nd or something like that.
Oh.
And then the 5-star selector.
Oh my god.
I think lasts for a year.
Yeah, it lasts for a year, but I don't think it's for it, that also has a cutoff. Like, so what they're doing is basically the starting people. Everyone that's played the game and started the game within launch, you will be compensated for any bugs, regardless of if you experience the bug or not. Now, if you start 2 months from now, you probably ain't gonna have this shit, so that won't matter. But that is kind of your fault. You're like, oh man, I don't want to start until
I don't
two
want to
months
play
from
Wuthering
now.
Waves.
Yeah, hey, struggle, bro. Go ahead, hit that reroll.
Hold that 4-star, bro.
Yeah. But I think how they handle the bugs has been pretty good. I think what the bug situation shows me is that they're really in it for the long haul, even if it means that they're gonna might be financially cut short. They're willing to appease and satisfy their community if it over actually making a dollar off of us.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's
From
when they
my
messed up
from
on.
my experience with punishing Grey Raven, I can say that I didn't expect them to be this generous. But
Yeah.
they're known for making sure the community is happy.
Yeah.
And not just that, they're also very known for improvements over time. This is a point that I've been regurgitating over and over again. I'm not excited for Wuthering Waves 1.0. I actually felt like it was a chore, because I had played beta 1, beta 2 already. My excitement and what's carrying me through the game is what's going to happen in 1.1 and 1.2 and 1.3. Like that is the exciting stuff for me. So Kuro's very good at improving their game. It doesn't matter how bugged the game comes out. They're going to make sure that the game gets better and you're going to be compensated for it. So
It's like the
Yeah.
thing we were talking about earlier today, Chaotic, where like they know what they have right now. And they know this is the one chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that, but I think they're not thinking about it that way. And hear me out, because I thought about our conversation a little bit more in detail.
Mhm.
I think they know that they have a potential gold mine project, but I think the reason they were willing to release it in the state that it's in right now is because they knew they were going to be preparing a selector. They knew they were going to be making sure that that these bugs are getting fixed by hot fixes, and they knew that the community was going to be forgiving towards them because they're known to make sure that these things get fixed. It's not like a certain fantasy tower game where
His soul just died, bro. Ain't no way. You
How
mentioned
dare you talk
you-
about Tower
yeah.
Fantasy?
you
bruh,
mentioned that one game and it went Jover.
you're like, remember, I don't know, EO, did you ever see any of my Tower
Oh shit! He
Fantasy
said his
content?
internet went out.
That's
He's
wild.
resetting it.
Oh, okay. EO, were you ever watching my Tower Fantasy content?
Covered
I don't think I knew about you during Tower
Okay,
Fantasy.
cool. I was the hater. I was the Tower Fantasy hater because I was giving it all this praise during the release of Tower Fantasy, or during the betas, right? And then they announced the game was releasing, and my entire opinion changed. I was like, this game ain't ready. I was like, it's just not ready. It looks good. It's getting better. It's not ready. Then I learned about the Chinese laws and how they pushed, how they had to push their games out. They have to get a license, and then they have a certain amount of time before they're able to, before they have to register for a new license. And everyone was just mad because I was literally saying, the game's not ready. We just want to play the game. We just want to play the game. And I'd be like, y'all are going to be the first ones complaining when the game is ass. And everybody's just going to quit after they get their taste. You guys just want a taste. I want this bitch to be out for the long run. And then what was the ceiling? The
nail in the coffin.
What sealed the deal? The nail in the coffin, same thing. I got a tip. I got a tip from I don't know if it was a employee. I don't know if it was whoever, but they sent proof. They said they're already working on a global version. This is after Styx had just reported that the game wasn't coming globally, or that the global version was delayed, or whatever the fuck he reported. The person provided proof, everything that I needed to know. I was like, I'm done. This game is not going to be good. it's gonna be horrible. I was like, in a year's time, we're gonna get global. I'm not playing this game anymore. Guess what? In a year's time, we got global, and it was garbage.
What we
Voice
talking about?
Tower
I missed?
Fantasy. You missed like
Oh, okay.
I was saying. Like they didn't fix the bugs. Like they went through all.
yeah,
they went through all. They experienced the Chinese version with the bugs, and they decided it was smart because this is when the hype was at its highest to release the Chinese version with tiny bug fixes to the global market, thinking they could just fix the bugs and recover. One, you're a perfect world and you have a bad reputation, and two,
Dang.
the game's still running like shit in China when you release the global version. Like, it just was horrible decision making. So this isn't like, the whole reason why I even bring that up is because this isn't like that company. We know Kuro is going to fix the issues. So them releasing the product in this state, it ain't a deal breaker for me. Because when I first started Punishing Gray Raven, I heard, I don't know how true this is, that Punishing Gray Raven came out in a bad state. All you guys play Punishing Gray Raven. Majority of you guys in my chat play Punishing Gray Raven, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. But supposedly, they turned that game around as well. Look at Punishing Gray Raven today. You don't even recognize that from 1.0.
Yep.
I'm talking about CN, not global. But global is another example too. That look at the gameplay, the combat sequences. It's a completely different game visually and gameplay wise. So imagine this game in a year from now.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Yeah, which is it was something I wanted to say before my internet shitted on me. The reality that people need to have is that no matter how good a developer is and how good the team is, there's always issues that you can never prepare for until it happens.
Right.
And so for Kuro, I think and some of us even said it before, they ain't for the 30 million, but I wouldn't be surprised if they truly didn't expect the 30 million.
Yeah.
And when that came around, I'm pretty sure they was probably in the office sweating. Is the servers gonna work day one?
No, I said the exact same thing.
Because it's fine to have some issues day one, and then the servers are up. It's cool. It's a shit show if the servers just don't work day one, and then nobody can play. So I think even with the issues that the game had for these first few days, they tackled them really fast. A lot of things got fixed within the first 24 to 48 hours, which is better than a lot of even AAA studios that handle bug fixes and stuff with their launches. And the fact that we got compensated for it as well, which they didn't have to do that at all, I think they're doing fine. The game will be good.
Now the challenge moving forward is going to be keeping players. Do we agree? Do we agree that the challenge is only going to be keeping players?
Of course. Because I think that is the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, we haven't seen any of the content that's coming out past this point. So everything from this point on is going to be a surprise. People are going to be really excited for this regardless. The number one challenge is going to be keeping players. Damn, Kuso. It's going. He said it right as I said it. It's going to be keeping players, and the only way you can keep players is now they have this game. And I know we're speaking a lot about Genshin Impact right now, but you guys are the people who hate that shit is gonna have to fucking deal with it. Genshin Impact.
This only the beginning.
Yeah, this is a basis.
Yeah,
this is a base. This is their pilot project. It ain't gonna look like that too long.
And everybody been tweeting about Hoyo employees playing the game.
Yeah,
they ain't just playing the game just to enjoy it.
Oh no, they researching.
They researching.
Yeah, why are people playing it? Why are people more excited about this other than our game? And then our update. Why are they trending higher than our game? which just
We
got
never
we
did.
said we'd
Like-
give them PvP. What's going on?
like
That's wild.
like it's years and years of frustration. It's not just the game itself. It's years of frustration. There's an audience that was underserved, that wanted a specific type of content. Hoya said, "Nah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it my own way."
Nah, I'm doing my own thing.
And now they're kind of forced to. They gotta listen to everybody now. This helps both companies.
100%.
Helps both companies.
Oh my god.
But at the end of the day, as long as Kuro doesn't go, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Nah, I'm doing my own thing.
I think they will maintain the momentum. They're gonna lose players. It just happens in every gacha game.
Yeah.
There's people who are
Yeah.
here just for the gacha experience, the re-rolling experience, and they're on to the next game. Those gacha addicts, they're going to the next game regardless of how good or bad it is. The people who are actually excited for the combat, the gameplay, all that shit, yeah, they here. They stuck.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Because this
so-
shit's fire.
Heck yeah.
This is fire. All right, and the final part of this podcast, then we can just do like free conversation until we get bored. What are your final thoughts about the game? What do you expect moving forward? What would you like? Anything that's your final thoughts, something that you just want to possibly share with the community or with Kuro themselves, what would you like to say? And we're gonna start with Rihu.
Why me? Dang, never. I was gonna.
If you don't have anything, just pass it on to someone else.
He was like, no, I'm not ready.
I guess I can just go ahead and do it. I hope that we keep getting characters that feel different, that no one feels the same. That we start getting like exciting, new, cooling looking characters. Like we already have the ones that are drip marketed that already look really cool.
Jinsei,
All they need
Chun-Li.
to do, yeah. I'm actually more excited for Jinsei, to be honest, to see what she's gonna do. But I just want to make sure that they're giving us more variety in what we can do, and if we get more variety in things that aren't the same as every other character, then that opens up a billion more possibilities for every character in the game. Just because of the way we can play around with stuff, with how we're already finding teams with certain teammates, or how you can abuse certain mechanics with other teammates that other people can't do with other characters. I just want to make sure that we keep getting that, and that they can keep us entertained with a couple of like combat events every so often. And also, please, because no other gacha game wants to do this, please capitalize fully on the co-op content.
Yeah.
That is the number one thing that I think is missing in every freaking game. Because if you notice, whether you look at it or not, most of the games that end up trending like crazy are usually the ones you play with your friends.
Yeah.
Like Lethal Company, like Power World, those games were worldwide phenomenons because you were able to play them with your friends.
That's true.
Give us co-op events where we can fight bosses. Give us events where we're doing survival mode or something against a billion different enemies, and it gets harder and harder every time a wave comes. Do something like that. And also, when me and Chaotik were testing out co-op, just open up everything in co-op. There's some weekly bosses you can't do in co-op for some reason, but you can do the turtle with the bell because he can spawn in the world. And what else couldn't we do? Oh, and some open world bosses don't spawn in either because for some reason they just don't spawn in naturally, like Crownless or the robotic abomination or whatever. So if they can hone in on co-op content, they can do some crazy stuff. Like they can get so many people's eyes on the game just because they want to play with their friends.
There's
and
one
everything looks
thing.
cool.
There's one thing I think should stay locked behind single player content, and this is only because it's
Hologram.
like, okay, you already knew. Okay.
Yeah, hologram. I knew
I
it.
think that's fine. I think that's fine.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's fine.
Holo-
There should be something you should work
Holo
towards by
is
yourself.
a goal setter. You play that with the goal of learning the patterns and defeating the enemy. The moment you open that up to co-op, it becomes a shit fest and everybody can complete it. So that's,
A co-op version of that then.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what,
that's what I was gonna say, was something like, I would actually prefer something like raids, honestly.
Ooh,
yeah.
I've been saying this since Genshin's release. The moment one of these gacha games come out with raids, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I don't mean just and you're gonna know what game I'm talking about. Just an enemy on the field and everybody's just DPS in the motherfucker.
Lamau.
I don't want that. I want there to be mechanics. I want there to be a reason to have multiple people on the field. One person able to stop this attack while the other one is dealing DPS. A mechanic where a certain element matters. Like, I want shit like that, bro. And if you don't have that element, then shit sucks. You're about to get wiped. And I know that would kind of either force people to roll on gacha, and if you don't want to avoid that, give us some a free character of every element. That's it. That's the solution to that problem. But the thing is, I see this, if this game is able to do raids, is able to have randomized content. Ryu, we talked about this. Randomized content, something that can just happen on someone's game, and it doesn't happen in everyone's game at the same time. Then that's also cool. Like a boss that just shows up in my world. It didn't happen in Ryu's world. This boss is hard. If I don't defeat it, I don't know when it's coming back. That would be some cool shit. It would piss people off, but that's the point.
Yeah. I think stuff like that's mad cool. Like they didn't do it necessarily, but like kind of similar to like when first exploring the game and people found that 4-star weapon that crashed down because what's the name threw it, then what's the dude on the bike,
The Inferno Rider.
Yeah, I think like he threw a sword like on top of a tower, and then you can go over and pick it up, and it's like one of the better swords for Tao Chi to use at the moment.
I didn't even know that was a thing in the game.
I didn't know that was a thing
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah, so yeah, I believe there's a cutscene when you fight him, and it's like while he's riding off, he throws like a
I'm
object
gonna go
down,
get it right now, bro.
and somebody found made a video. I think it was MTash that like the literal sword that he threw is you can literally go get it, and it's a 4-star weapon for you to use, and it's really good with Tao Chi.
Was it up here?
Ooh, okay.
So
I
cool
didn't
things like
even
that.
know that, but that's fire.
Where where you could just like not even necessarily it doesn't always appear in everybody games, but just like add something and you just don't mention it, and then somebody just randomly comes across it, and it's like a thing that the community finds. Like, oh, when did they add this? Was this always here?
And that's one of those things that are like that would make the game stand out. And cheese that wouldn't be cool with too many players with the same characters. Easy lock one per character.
Yeah,
so people like there's enough characters for that everyone has to be able to have one different character every single day, because you only can have a party of 3. Like,
yeah, I think even by that point they add something like to that degree, it'll probably be a bunch of more characters within the game anyway. And I think like even if they don't do an MMO aspect, one of the things that I was going to say, like a great thing that they could do that's kind of based on what they already have here, and I feel like they could easily replicate it what another game already does. They have the whole Genshin and Legend of Zelda element to it, and if you just sprinkle like the Monster Hunter co-op feel with it on other aspects of the game, it doesn't have to be an MMO. You can just start from there. I think that automatically just makes the co-op 10 times better from that starting point.
this game has so much potential to be one
PvP,
of the
no
PvP,
PvP, no.
No one
is
said
so
anything about-
gotchas.
No one said anything about PvP. Not a single.
PvP is a curse, and I've had
I
two
think somebody
games
might
I
have brought it
played
up in your
closed
chat.
because of it. So let's not.
Yeah, PvP. We
Yeah,
all are in agreement that is garbage
It's
in
always
any
pay to
gacha
win.
game.
It's always pay to win, so there's really no point in doing it.
Unless you guys.
Oh,
are
look,
gonna-
it's right here. Look, this is the thing Soul was talking about. The sword you can just pick up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh, Dauntless
fire.
Evernight. Yo.
Yeah.
How did you know? Oh, you just went up there.
Yeah.
Okay, look at you.
Pick that bitch up.
Okie dokie. Oh, where is it at? Oh, here. When intro skill is released, increase attack by 8% and defense by 15. And you have.
I pulled that one. You pulled a bunch of them too.
Okay, but it's free though.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know that. I'm just saying, Now
Look
you can S5 it for all your money.
for all my money. Let's go. I'm gonna show the map so if people want to see where it's at. It's that tallest skyscraper or whatever in that place.
Ill defense main stat. That's what Bostra said. Wait,
Oh, Jesus defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's good for Tao
Yeah,
Chi.
Tao Chi. Yeah. She's, I can't wait until there's more characters that can benefit and use her in a team.
I can't wait till there's more characters and more weapons and like, I can't. Dude,
want.
I like the fact that this game has everyone's experimenting. I complain about this all the time with games releasing so much later, and then everybody just has a spreadsheet of everything you're supposed to do and the best characters that come out and all that shit. I'm so happy that didn't happen with this one.
You know what I want? And we already see in the boss fight. It's the CBT2 boss, so it doesn't matter. Scar, the way he fights in his boss battle when he's like just a regular person, bro, his like punches and kick combos and him able to pair. I need him as a character ASAP. That's my type of
That would
character
be
right
cool.
there.
How would they implement his, because he transforms? How would they implement that though? Like, how do you think
I'm
they could
still
do
here.
that?
Maybe the
Hold
Or if
on.
they
same
would
way.
even do it at all?
Maybe the same way they have who's is anyone's
I don't think anyone transforms.
I would say,
not
I don't.
transform. I'm thinking like, does anyone have like a one hit
Well,
boom, like
technically, it's
encore count? She
the
transforms.
only thing I could think of.
It would have to be his ult,
is-
right? Like an install.
Yeah,
That
I
would
was
be
just
cool
like,
as heck, dude.
because what they could do, and I don't know how they would do this, is that they could implement it as like his version of using the ecosystem, or like instead of him using the
Ooh.
echoes,
So he can't use echoes, but he is the
Ooh.
echo. No, that'd
Yeah,
be
he is the
fire.
echo.
That'd be heat. Nah, that'd be some
Dude.
straight fire. I just got doodled on, bro.
I would love to see what they would do with that. But now
would
Scar is
love that
sick.
too.
As soon as I'm ready for when they add him into the there ain't no way that he won't be a unit. There's no way.
So y'all think he's gonna be a melee character?
Oh no, 100%.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
he already has
100%.
animations for it, so they're probably gonna
He's gonna be a mixture. He's gonna be probably like what they call like a trickster melee in a
Mhm,
way,
Yeah.
because he has like the whole gimmick of like dashing, jumping back, and throwing the cars down to explode and stuff. I feel like he's gonna have like a bunch of like bunch
That'd
of
be
gimmicks like standing close but having skills that allow him to like retreat out and throw out explosions and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, that no echo thing for Scar would be so creative for them
fire,
to
that'd be
do.
fire.
I'm not gonna lie.
Kuso just
Kuso-
said
yeah.
yeah, that's cool as fuck.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
He wants him to be
I
a
want him to
Gambit
be
like
Gambit.
character. Like
Yes,
like from X-Men.
Gambit but melee. That's what I want. That's what I want.
That would be
That'd
fire.
some
That would be
shit,
fire.
dude. That'd be that's a cool idea, bro.
Yeah, there's so much the fact that they made their characters so unique and open to do whatever the fuck they want them to do is what's going to carry this game's combat system. No one plays the same. No one acts the same. No one has the same animations. Everything is just unique.
Yeah. And I need y'all to stop. Not nobody here, not nobody in the chat, but I need y'all to stop trying to force the game to be that way.
Yeah.
There's some things I've been seeing where everybody like trying to like kind of bubble what characters can do, and I was like, if you read the kit, and I was like, well, no, by design, it feels like a lot of times they want these characters to do more than what everybody's like generally thinking. Like, of course, it's like, for instance, I already made the video now for Sanwa about she's labeled. I like that probably when it doesn't label as sub DPS as the category as hybrid. I think that's a better description to fit
Hybrid.
for a lot of those characters. A lot
Yeah.
of those characters in that position, because like
They
I
can do
said in
both.
my my video today, I think how she's being used, she's a great sub DPS, but there's other elements in her kit that allows her to fill the main DPS role and to have other characters to help build around her. I think it's just a lot of people won't realize the potential of a lot of these characters until we get more units that are able to complement them in order to play
Mhm.
these multiple roles.
I feel like adding that training mode would definitely be able to show it off.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, man. This is exciting. This is really exciting. Like, just think about it. There's so much openness to this game. They could literally do anything they fucking want.
Mm-hmm.
Anything they want. I'm just curious on why they chose Unreal Engine 4.
Because they're gonna try something crazy.
No. What I mean is they should have upgraded it to 5 because there's okay. The stuttering. Okay, so the micro stutters that we're getting is because of the engine. It isn't that it isn't just like optimizations. The like, micro stutters, those are coming from the engine. So
How long they been working on this game?
3 years, 6 years, 3 years. How long have they been working on? I think it was 3 years. How long have they been working on the game, chat?
I would say because my only idea is it just depends on like when they really started, and my only guess is that they got too far in and they just didn't feel like migrating to UE5.
Yeah, well, okay, so the way that it's 3 years.
3. Okay.
So upgrading to UE Engine 5, yes, it breaks things, but the way that they could this is just my little explanation. I know it takes a little bit more work than this, but they could easily have a branch internally where they upgrade to UE5 and have a team just focused on making sure there's as little bugs transferring over as possible. And then you just run the upgrade for everybody to play it. At worst, the players would have to uninstall and reinstall the game.
True,
And the reason why I'm saying this is because this was done with Fortnite. It was literally tested with Fortnite. Fortnite was a UE Engine 4 game. I experienced the same
That's true.
Yeah, I experienced the same thing with micro stutters with that game. They upgraded to UE Engine 5. Seamless. It's seamless update. We didn't really have to do anything. So it depends on how they develop the game. I really don't know how that works. And
that must take a lot though. That's something they'd have to do.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work. That's why they definitely need their own branch. They definitely need their own branch to test it. Because
I can definitely see my fault. Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. I can definitely see the upgrade being more beneficial for them long run. Make sure that the game is future proof, so that there's nothing creating a barrier in terms of what type of content they can. You got hit even though you didn't even touch it.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing creating barriers in terms of what type of content they want to make. Look, guys, that conversation of Kuro's the is a smaller company is null and void, because look at the game they just created, and what company did they go against? $1 billion company. So that's not an argument. Like, they can definitely do this if they provide the right resources to go into this other team to make sure that testing goes into it. Maybe even get some beta testers from the community who are willing to test it, knowing that their data is going to be wiped. I guarantee you, people will 100% do it. Yeah, dude, it's something that can happen if they want to. Hell, they could already be doing it for all I know.
Yeah. I think honestly that I can imagine them doing that progressively. Like in the game's future, like in a few years or so, I can definitely see them upgrading. Because I think it probably comes less down to the money needed, but probably more so the amount of people on the team. Because since they're still they operating this and still running PGR, I don't know how big their team actually is. So they're probably just more so focused on, you know what, let's get this out the door. Let's try to have as strong of a launch as possible, and then if we want to do some upgrades, switch over to the new engine, we can worry about that a few years down the line.
Yeah,
and make it. And because even with the statement about Fortnite, I mean, Epic has come out and said that like they're very open to anybody using their engines and are very open to helping or providing the resources where like the knowledge in order to stabilize certain things, because I mean they benefit regardless because it's their engine.
Yeah.
So like they have no issues with that.
So
yeah.
Imagine a game of this size getting the help of the Unreal Engine team to make sure that it's optimized and ran the way that it should, moving on to the latest engine.
That's probably what they need, because I know we talk about Genshin and, you know, like, oh, it doesn't look as good as Genshin, whatever. And it's like, well, Genshin took that engine and then turned it into their own for Genshin specifically. And they've had years to mess around
Yeah.
with that
Mm-hmm.
in
Genshin
order
is
to make sure it works.
they're similar to Cyber Connect 2. That's why Cyber Connect 2, I think that's the name of their engine is the Cyber engine. Oh, it's something, but that's everybody wonder. A lot of companies and stuff wonder why they never leave that engine. Like why don't they go to UE5, which they recently did with Demon Slayer. But it was because they took that engine and they cracked it out and they upgraded it every game to make their games look as good as they do.
Oh,
We ain't gonna talk about mechanically and how the community stuff.
Crazy.
But visually and aesthetically, they got that game to that point because they freaking worked the fuck out that engine and
Yeah.
got it to the point that it is now. And try to convince a team to like move from that. That's like a hard breakaway. That's like trying to take somebody from their baby. Like we done been here too long. I don't want to move. I don't want to let it go.
And just think, EO, you played Fortnite recently. All those new features, all those visual
yeah.
updates, the fact that the things that they're able to do in the fucking game now, like, imagine that.
Fortnite is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
do some
turned
wild
into it
stuff.
turned from just
It's a completely different game.
yeah,
now.
and it's for better. It was dead for a minute.
Yeah. And then they brought that event, and then everything was brand new, and they're like, "Oh shoot!" What's going
Yeah,
on?
when they show like the visual difference between the games and then like all the extra stuff that they could do because of the upgrade to the engine, it was like I was with y'all. I was like, there's you can like Fortnite or not. It's a hard argument to say that that's not one of the greatest video games ever created.
That's true. I've always
that's
said
a
that.
hard argument to have to fight
Mhm.
against because they done so much to that game and that game offers so much for a free to play game. It's insane.
And
Bro,
bro,
they gave us crossplay, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The microtransactions make sense in that game. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's not a
As
single
well.
thing.
Yo, 100%.
What? What?
No, the microtransactions. It
No,
makes, it
you
makes
laughed.
100%.
What, like, what are you laughing about? I forgot.
Oh no! It was just like the microtransactions in general. It's like regardless of
Alright,
how much
boys.
amount it is,
Let
how
me get
much
out
it
of
might
here.
cost.
Hey, yo, EO.
Man,
EO.
man, yo,
You're,
Oh shoot, it's
yo,
9.
oh,
Yeah, it's
man.
9 o'clock.
It's late.
Damn, we've been talking for what 3 hours?
How long? Wait, really?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
2
3 hours.
2 hours and 43 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah, let me.
good
I'm gonna let y'all
conversation.
do y'all's thing. You know, this is a great.
Oh no, we can
I
end it
enjoyed
here.
this.
We can end it here.
Who is we? This is your stream, bro. You decide when you're gonna end your stream.
Hey, shut
man,
the
not
hell
me,
up,
you know what I'm
okay?
saying? Whoa. This is black violence, bro. Chill out.
Hey,
man,
hey,
chill out.
don't.
Good job, bud.
You know what? I'm gonna spare you today.
Dang.
The sword, the,
Man,
so,
they
the,
go
the
crazy.
sword will reach you on another day. I'm pretty sure there'll be many opportunities to use it.
All right, bet. All right, chat. I'm gonna see y'all later. It was cool being here. That's pretty much it. I ain't got nothing wild to say. You know?
Yeah,
Enjoy Wuthering Waves.
guys,
Play the game.
This
Don't be a weenie hut junior. And
That's,
only do
Ian.
square skills ult. You know, get creative. That's all it is. But yeah,
and
peace out.
that's EO. Make sure to follow him. Subscribe to his channel. He's also on Twitch. He's a fucking loser, but still,
Dang.
support him. And the token Mexican here is Rihu.
Wild.
Oh my lord.
Make sure you subscribe to his channel too. And then
Yeah.
Soul is new to Gacha. He's having a blast. He's experimenting and stuff. He too is a loser. But
Wild.
That's crazy.
please make sure you support him as
An
well.
attack for no reason.
Hey, you caught the stray because you just in here with two other losers, not including me. You know, I'm the
Not including you. I thought you were one of them.
No, I'm
The king of them.
whoa! Oh, we talking shit on my stream, bro. We talking shit on. Don't worry, Don't worry, I'll smite you with this sword later on too.
I can't believe
Pause.
I caught every cost 3 echo in the game. Now I have 0 echoes so far.
Yeah, boss, I know. I know it's a rabbit hole. I know.
Hey,
Try to keep my wallet as far away as possible.
hey, he doing a good job so far. If you guys check out Soul's content too, he's fire. He's a breath of fresh air in Gacha. I'm not trying to gas him up or nothing, but I mean his content, his quality, everything is just fantastic. Make sure you
I
guys
appreciate that, brother.
shut the fuck up. So
Man, I can't even say thank you for the compliment. That's crazy.
But yeah,
He's like, yeah, nah, just take it. Don't say nothing.
just take this shit. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this podcast. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to all these other amazing content creators that you see in the chat, and I'm getting back on Wuthering Waves, so I'm gonna see y'all later.
I'm gonna get some food.
If
Get
you
back on.
yeah, we are we gonna all night this shit, or we
Maybe.
True. Probably so. Yeah, I gotta catch up. Y'all ahead of me. I need to finish the story.
Oh, you don't have co-op?
So
Dang.
yeah we
yeah, I don't have co-op unlocked yet, so I need to get that done tonight.
Dang.
okay yeah
Alright.
so yeah. Love you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing. All the love, the donos, all the shits. I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Stay
Yeah,
healthy. Stay
bye-bye.
safe. Stay chaotic. Peace out, niggies.
Crazy.